human to feel the vibe. Instead of dead inside, just aimlessly scrolling, when you could be growing and not lost inside. You feel the vibe. Instead of dead inside, just aimlessly scrolling, when you could be growing and not lost inside your mind.
Yo, what's up?
Yo, I love that. That's just this song now. I didn't hear that.
Yeah, loving the new intro.
I love it. That made my soul happy. I'm so happy right now.
Well, I'm glad because you just spent the last 30 minutes berating yourself. So
I know.
we're live. Welcome everybody to whatever it is that we do on Sundays. I am Dice. I'm here with D Bird and Nikki.
Hey.
Hey.
I just want everybody to know that as the intro was playing, they were screaming their little milk hearts out to the chorus.
You could hear that? I thought we were muted.
I couldn't hear you, but I could see you.
Word. I mean, I got to. My little milk heart screams for that song.
I know. It's just such a vibe.
That's the name of the hook, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's human to feel the vibe.
Mm-hmm.
How's everybody doing today?
Good.
Good. I got a little bit of the Sunday scaries. Like,
what is Sunday scaries? Oh, like what is Sunday scaries? Never heard that.
Sunday scaries. I feel like I kind of wasted my weekend, and now I'm like staring down the barrel of Sunday night, and I'm like, what the fuck did I do all weekend?
It's like I already have to do this shit again to get to next weekend.
I know.
Right.
Yeah, I'm dog sitting right now, so I've like kept it a little tame. You know, I've been in bed by like 10 p.m. each night. Lame.
It's productive.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to decide if I want to go to sleep early and start work early tomorrow, or start some work tonight and just sleep until the very last minute right before a meeting tomorrow. I don't know which is the worst of the two evils.
That sounds like a lose-lose, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, either way, I'm going to be behind on work, so unless I work through the weekend.
I don't know. I like getting up early.
Ha!
Rogue Jepson reminds me of the kid who, in PE, he wouldn't get picked last. He'd get picked first by the PE teacher to shove into the closet and then diddle him, and then he would tell all of his friends that he lost his virginity first. Fuck you.
Love you.
All right.
Allegedly.
Alleged love.
Not the love, though. Allegedly for D-Birds. It's a little too late. A little too late there.
Yeah, I mean, I wish it was start early and get out early, but I haven't been an hourly wage worker in over a decade, so I don't know those hours, that lifestyle anymore. I start early and it ends whenever people decide they're done bothering me.
Well, I bother you all the time, so it's not that.
I mean, shit, even still, I got a message earlier from one of the support team in the Philippines. There's a bug, so I had to address that. Shit, Crit's not here because he's working, so yeah, we don't know the start early, end early routine anymore. Doesn't exist.
Yeah, I guess that's the white collar part of the white collar rhymes. Just us salaried fucks just getting hit up on the weekends. Because I got a message too from somebody overseas, asked me for advice.
I'm not that important. I'm just here.
Lucky you. I mean, every time it happens, I kind of wish I missed those days when I wasn't so important. And I don't know if there's a happy balance of make less money, be less important, and just have more free time, or live comfortably and have people bother you at random moments during your life?
Nope. Just make a lot of money and don't have to do nothing else.
It does seem like once you move up the ladder, it kind of becomes that. Everything is delegation, and you just kind of get to fuck off a lot from like the CEOs or the VPs that I've kind of seen. They don't know anything about what goes on day to day, but they're like, yeah, I'll just make, the director deal with it.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering, when do you cross that threshold of, this is no longer my problem, I'll ask so-and-so, hey, what are you doing about this problem? Because that's what happens to me a lot, is like people will tag me and my boss, and he's not going to respond. So of course I have to respond, because if I don't, and he's like, hey, are you going to respond to that thing?
Yeah, I think it's the director title.
You obviously saw it too, and you didn't do anything, so I guess I have to.
Yeah. Well, fuck me, I guess. Yeah.
Nah, but my boss, he does chip in a lot, but just I noticed that with like his boss and above, like, when do you reach that level of, I don't have to respond to everything until I'm directly asked to?
There really should be like, not that any of you fucking dirt fucks would ever use it, but like, we're an untapped wealth of knowledge for all sorts of professional ass jobs. Like, there should really be a career advice section on our Discord.
Yeah.
Who has careers on our Discord?
We all do.
Well, that's kind of the problem, right? All these fucking dirt fucks are like, I can't afford my $50 microphone. And I'm like, bro, like, let me help you.
Well, I mean, I think the biggest uphill battle is they don't want to take the advice. Like, I'm sitting there trying to explain to Rogue that a 22-pound investment in his car will go a long way from having to burn CDs, and he's like, no, I refuse to invest in this car. And I'm like, okay, you spent 1,000 pounds on a microphone, but you won't put 22 pounds into your hunk of a car that you drive to work every day.
I like that he converted to pounds for his benefit.
Pounds.
Yeah, I'm a worldly man.
Pounds. Why
do you keep saying pounds, Nikey?
Now my brain's going.
Something on your mind?
Yeah.
Nikki needs to get laid.
No, I'm good.
I was thinking
I'm getting it out on the mic.
I was thinking a bit lately, and I find it interesting. There was a bunch of bands in the early 90s and 2000s who got put under the rock genre when they're clearly rapping over rock instrumentals.
So you're just stealing exactly what I said to bring it up as a topic? Got it. Because I have. I mean, think about it. Like Red Hot Chili Peppers, that guy's rapping. Even though it's slow, he's fucking rapping. How do we not classify him as a rapper?
I think it's an image issue. Nobody wants to be classified as a rapper because when they don't identify as a rapper because of the stigmatism against rap. Right? No?
Yeah, well, and especially back then too, it's like rapper meant something kind of completely different than what it does now, right? Like being a rapper, you're like, oh, okay, Easy-E, where's your Uzi?
I still think it has those same connotations. Just back then, it was more of like gangster and like violence, and now it's just seen as straight up debauchery and foul lifestyle living. I don't know, kind of like the music that Nikki likes. So I think the people I think the people who rap but they don't rap over rap beats, but they certainly don't take towards being called rappers. They stay away from that label.
I'm not a rapper.
Well, it's like when Lil Wayne rapped over like electric guitar. Is he a rock star now? Even though that was the title of the song, like now he's a rocker? Fuck off.
Yeah. I mean, I think talking about careers and stuff, even for ourselves, we kind of avoid the term rapper when discussing it with corporate people, because then they look at you funny like, okay, I don't know what your image of a rapper is, but I'm not going to take that gamble and throw it out there like, oh, I'm a rapper, and then have you project whatever it is foul imagery in your head onto me without even deep diving into it, even if the music is foul.
Dude, I was just gonna ask you, like, have you ever been introduced as a rapper, like to like mutual friend or something? Your friend's like, "Oh, this is Dice. He goes by Pair-A-Dyce. He's a rapper." Does that happen to you?
You mean in a corporate setting?
Any scenario, like corporate setting, or like your friend is introducing you to another friend. He's like, "Oh, this is Eric. He's a rapper."
So I have 3 different worlds I live in. There's people who only know me by my government name. So there's people who only know me as Eric. There's people who only know me as Dice. So I get introduced to other people via them as Dice. And then there's people who kind of know the in between that I'm me, but I'm also a rapper. And I guess it just depends on how they met me as to how they refer to me. Like it's kind of like, I know like people who are bilingual, like I've had this conversation with people, like they say like whatever language you speak to them first in, that's what they remember you. They'll speak that to you, and like in their head, the thoughts come out like that. So I think that's pretty much the same for me. If you know me as Dice, you don't really call me my government name. If you know me as Eric, nobody who's called me Eric all these years really calls me Dice unless they've kind of like crossed that threshold of knowing all the background of what I do in the music scene.
Yeah, it's weird saying your guys' real names.
Yeah, if anyone calls me David, I'm like, "What's wrong? Am I in trouble?"
My real name is Nikey. I fucked up.
Yeah, you can't separate yourself now.
No, this is literally my name. Well,
I mean, sort of.
My nickname. I won't answer to Nicole.
But yeah, I mean, I've been introduced to other people like, "Hey, yo, this is Dice. He's a rapper." I mean, that's pretty much how people pass me around the music scene. Is like, "Hey, yo, I got my boy Dice. He raps, such and such." And then in the corporate side, it's like, "Hey, you need something fixed? You need a problem solver? Call Eric."
Now, after you've been introduced as a rapper, how many times is it immediately followed up with "Rap for me then"?
I haven't had that happen in a long time, because usually the introductions that I'm doing now, it's like it's more established people of like, "Hey, you need somebody to mix something, call Dice," or "Hey, check out my guy's music." It's not really like rap for me type people. It's more so like people who need something specific or who are interested in just music in general. I haven't had somebody ask. The only people who ask me to rap for them are just milky
Dice,
white.
rap for me. Oh shit!
There you go.
I didn't know that was going that way.
Yeah, what else are we doing? Dice, rap for us. The people are clamoring for it.
Nobody. I don't know. I'm not
one. People.
I'm not one of those eager to rap for you people. Like, if you ask me to rap, my first question is why? Why do you want me to rap for you?
Well, because people are fucking boring. And anytime somebody has anything just the slightest bit interesting about themselves, passions, hobbies, whatever, they're like, "I need to dive into this."
Yeah. I don't know.
I have dreams.
I enjoy rapping and I enjoy all aspects of music, but somebody saying rap for me on the spot is just a huge turnoff. It's a red flag.
Oh yeah, they're dicks who don't understand how any of it works. And usually, yes, very, very milky.
Hey, I'm milky white. I said that. I'm
Nikki, if somebody asked you to sing for them, do you just start singing on the spot?
Normally, yeah. I normally will get all like nervous a little bit, be like, "Okay, hold on. What do you want me to sing?"
What's your go-to to sing? You just sing whatever they request?
Normally Janice. It's normally Janice, unless it is something they request. I love Janice Joplin.
Wait, what's going on in the chat? Dicks that can't work?
What?
Yeah, I don't know what that refers to, but that would be a great response.
What?
Like, rap for me. What? Your dick don't work?
How many monitors do I have? What do you mean by monitors? You mean computer screens or speakers? If you're talking computer screens, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Nerd alert.
Unless you count my laptop screen. If you're talking about speakers, I have 4 and the subwoofer. Want me to turn on my camera so you can see? Rap for you? Hmm?
Yeah.
It really
Spit me
is
some
just entitlement.
Nikki, I can't believe you just sing for people.
Yeah, I sing. Why not? I used to sing for people when I worked at the radio station. I would like sing for people, but I sang karaoke. When I worked at the radio station, Linda Lee used to have me sing in her tailgates with her, like come over and sing Gretchen Wilson and stuff. But
I mean, that's situationally appropriate, though. If you're just like
Yeah.
at a barbecue and someone's like,
I mean, like
you're
I
a
was
singer?
working
Sing for me then.
I was working for the radio station doing promotions, and like the DJs would take me to their like tailgates and be like,
Even
"She
when,
can sing," and I'm like, "I can kind of sing. I only sing karaoke."
Even when I worked in the recording studio, like I can't remember a time when anybody was like rap for me and people just started freestyling there. Like the only people who did that ended up being super corny people. Like there was one person who like wanted to like show off his rhymes to one of the co-founders of Swisher House, and he did that one time and never again, because it was like, okay, now what am I supposed to do with you rapping in front of me? You don't have an actual song. It's not recorded. Cool. What now? What? Yeah, I mean, rapping for people. I don't know. I don't get that. Like I see that shit on Instagram all the time too, where people want to like join lives, and even people come into the Discord every now and then, like, "Yo, let's jump in the voice chat and rap." And I'm like, why?
Usually that's where they just start yelling racial epithets.
Yeah,
like, yo, I'm a rapper. Let's hop on the Discord. And you're like, uh-oh, not another one.
If I want to hear that, I'll just play Call of Duty.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got a old 16 memorized because this does, you get ambushed looking like I do. Like people say, this is Eric, he's a rapper. It's like, yeah, okay, kind of looks like it. Me, people are like, I'm going to need you to prove it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I've got an old 16 memorized. It has like a Miley Cyrus line in there that's like a little questionable.
So you reference Hannah Montana?
No.
Okay, good. I'm like, that makes it questionable because she was young.
I just say Miley Cyrus's Grimy Privates, just because it kind of rhymes. But it's not like ally talk, so
Is that fair to say now that she's of age?
Well, she was of age back then too, but it's still like back when she was, relevant, I guess. So
she's not relevant now?
I don't think anyone cares about Miley Cyrus
She just
anymore.
did the I can buy myself flowers.
What does that mean?
Flowers.
I can buy myself flowers.
I need to. I haven't listened to any music.
It's like almost like a reply song to Bruno Mars. I should have bought you flowers.
Oh.
Very, very good timing in the chat. Ray says that song is ass. Peaches says I love her song Flowers.
I do love that song too.
Miley's y'all's age. Oh, so you're the same age as Miley?
How old is Miley?
Your age?
I'm maybe. I don't know. I think so. I mean, like I watch Hannah Montana and stuff.
Did you enjoy Hannah Montana? Did you aspire to be Hannah Montana?
It was okay, and I love Miley Cyrus. I love Wrecking Ball, and I like Party in the USA. Oh man, I will fucking put my hands up to that song every fucking time.
She's 30 years old.
Yeah, she's a little younger than me. I was born in 90. I'm 32.
It's about the same. Close enough.
Class of 08. I think she was like 2009, 10.
Who cares? I don't care what she graduated high school.
Do a deep dive.
I just say there's differences.
What is the difference?
Like somebody that might have graduated 2 years like older than me wouldn't be into SpongeBob, but I love SpongeBob. Like I've seen the difference like 1 or 2 years. Yes, I have seen the difference. Mind you, I have siblings of like every single age.
I graduated with a bunch of knuckleheads who love SpongeBob, and I hate that show to fucking death.
Same.
Like there were literally people in
I love SpongeBob.
While I was in high school. Yeah, there were people were wearing SpongeBob backpacks and like carrying around SpongeBob dog. I hated that shit.
But I love SpongeBob. How many years apart are we? 2 years?
Well, I'm talking about people who graduated in my same class.
Yeah,
But still,
same thing.
the
My
majority.
my older cool like bad influence buddy who all the girls loved was super party dude. Fucking loves SpongeBob. I'm like, you're a fucking nerd. Why do girls like you? You suck.
I love
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob. Yeah.
SpongeBob.
Why do you love
Garbage.
SpongeBob? Give me some highlights of why SpongeBob is so good.
I like the songs that they sing. Like I love the fun song, and when he's like on the rock boulder, and he's like, it's just funny. And like the Krusty Krab pizza is one of my favorite ones. I love Patrick. I like Gary. He's so cute.
I'm not gonna shit on anybody's cartoon fantasies, but I'll just leave it at there are some better quality, funnier cartoons in existence than SpongeBob.
I'll shit on it. Fuck SpongeBob. Garbage tier cartoon. And
I
anyone
love
that likes
Doodle
SpongeBob
Bob.
is mentally deficient.
Fuck you.
There's something wrong in
That was
your
really
brain
hard for
to
me to
make
say
you
to you.
allowed to like SpongeBob.
Nikki, what's the oldest cartoon that you actually like, as far as like a series?
Rocco's Modern Life. I love Rocco's Modern Life.
I hate that shit too.
I like that.
Fuck.
So
I don't know.
You like okay.
Doug,
So
I love Doug.
I'm gonna be prejudiced. You like silly shit.
What do you mean? I like Courage. Is that silly? Courage, Cowardly
Yeah.
Dog. Hey, look
I was
at
just
this.
repeating whatever vulgar band she
Hey,
said.
listen, I didn't even look at that. Those are the ones that are running through my head. We grew up together. Cat
Oh,
Dog. Yeah.
You're literally reading it as they type them.
I said, yeah. Listen, I didn't read the other ones. That one. Stop, Liz.
Johnny Bravo.
I have Johnny Bravo boxers. I have Cat
Oh my
Dog
God.
socks. Ed, Eddie. I
the
fucking
fuck
love me
out.
Plank. Plank is
I don't-
the best.
Bird, I don't know whether to take advantage of the
Later,
situation
Sam.
where we have like two people who know Nikki's background and just like deep dive investigate her,
Wow.
or just continue as normal
Why would
I
you
mean,
investigate me?
I feel
because
like
you're interesting.
I'm not interesting.
yeah.
Really?
I feel like the more we
Forgot
deep
about
dive,
that,
the more
like-
we'll just get like, well, it depends.
Well,
That's why we got two fact checkers in the chat right now.
A Joe Jan documentary.
Ren and Stimpy is awesome, but it also, when you look at it as an adult, I'm like, why the hell was I allowed to watch this as a kid? Like my fond memory of Ren and Stimpy is like them playing the game "Don't Pee on the Electric Fence."
Hey Arnold.
Hey, Arnold is garbage.
I loved it.
Any
I
cartoon
love
where
you,
any cartoon where the humans are misshapen and disproportionate to actual human beings are garbage.
Dude, you watch anime. They're all fucking misshapen. What are
Aqua
you talking
Teen
about?
Hunger
What?
Force.
What was the last anime that you saw with like?
They're all
Just-
squares. They're all square fucking face square fucks.
You know why that is? Because you Caucasians tainted the Asian continent and made them think that blonde hair, blue eyes with big fucking pupils is the prettiest thing in the world.
I didn't do anything. But my
Sure.
blue eyes
With your
are pretty
blonde hair,
gorgeous.
blue eyes.
David the Conqueror went to Asia and sullied all of the women.
David the Conqueror.
wish. Yeah,
Jeez.
one day. I've only sullied the women of Spain.
Ooh.
Just kidding. Just kidding. No.
Saucy. Sounds spicy.
No, nothing like that. I kid.
Nikki, would you ever go to a foreign country and conquer the men?
Yes.
All right, we didn't get a depends there.
Imagine that kind of power. That'd be nuts.
I
That'd be
mean,
nuts. It would.
is it power?
I mean, if you conquer all the men, yeah, that's power. Yeah, you can conquer anybody, that's power. Technically.
Spoken like a true Miley Cyrus.
Smoke like a dom.
I found out something, speaking of conquering and crazy boss moves made by a female. Did you know Queen Isabella, the one that funded Columbus's journey to like rape and kill all the Native Americans, she got that money from selling her jewelry to the native Jewish population, gave that money to Columbus, and then killed and murdered all of those Jewish families and stole her jewelry back. Did you know that?
Wow.
Sounds like a clip out of Grand Theft Auto.
It's pretty fucked up. Yeah.
It's my family that came over on the Mayflowers fucking fucked up more.
Your family fucked up the history of the world, Nikki.
My family did.
I just want to mention Death by Snoo Snoo sounds like a great way to go out.
It just reminds me of that South Park where they're making fun of Jersey Shore. Like, Snooki wants smush smush.
Go out with a bang. A bang, bang, bang.
Bang, 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 bang.
But yeah, that definitely sounds like a scene out of Grand Theft Auto. I mean, I feel like, I don't know, even though we do a lot of things that are twisted in modern times, we got it from somewhere. And it sounds like we got it from Queen Isabella.
Here's a real question. Serious talk, guys. Do you think human nature is inherently violent?
No.
Yes.
Yes, no. All right, Nikki, explain yourself.
I don't think people want to be bad. I don't.
It just happens by circumstance.
I think circumstance conditioning, external, internal conditioning, you know, how you're spoken to, how you talk to, how you're raised, what you're around. I think that I don't think that someone at their core, like.
What does violence have to do with being bad?
Violence is bad.
Allegedly.
You think that we're violent people? I'm not violent.
You don't have to be bad to be violent. The two aren't hand in hand.
I don't think that we resort to violence right away. Do you think that's our first default in anger is violence rather than like escalation to that violence?
I think the default is to defend yourself. Defense can be violent as well as offense. Think of it. Say what?
I said, then at what point does defense become offense?
When you learn that you can overpower the things around you with your violence, then your defense becomes more offense. Yeah. We see that a lot in bullies where they probably were picked on or abused as kids. And then once they realize that they can get away with doing it to other people, they become the bullies themselves.
Same thing happens with sexual assault or abuse. Victims go on to victimize later. But I guess that would lean towards the nurture aspect of Nikki's argument.
Yeah, but I mean, when we say generic terms like bad is subjective. Like we all live under a social construct of bad is whatever we equal it. So like in us three right now, if something bad happens, the three of us would have to agree what that bad is. I mean, we can talk shit about anything right now, but if one of us crosses a line, two people are going to go, oh, hey, hold on now. That's bad. Mm-hmm. But if all three of us agree, then we just keep going. We'll dive into that shit. Right? So bad is subjective depending on the society that you surround yourself in.
Circumstance. Conditioning.
But that doesn't have anything to do with violence. You can be bad and non-violent, or you can be violent and good.
These are true. Dice, why do you think people are inherently violent?
I think people are inherently violent now because that's what we've progressed to as creatures. Violence surrounds us every day. Like you can't turn on the TV. You can't expose yourself to other people without being exposed to some level of violence these days.
I expose myself to whoever I want, sir.
That is your right. Allegedly.
Not in public. Sorry. I'm sorry.
I miss the good old days where you could just expose yourself whenever you wanted.
I was thinking about that, actually. Funny you should mention that. What happened to the good old, like, harmless crimes of, like, walking around in a trench coat and just showing your dingling to random people? Like,
were those harmless days?
I don't have a dingling.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. Like, those used to be the crimes of, like, the 80s, right? Like, people streaking oh no, there's a perv walking around the neighborhood and exposing himself. Now you got to worry about being kidnapped, run over, shot, stat. Like, I want somebody to just flash me real quick. Do me a harmless crime. Don't threaten my life.
I bet you within 100 times, if you asked strangers on the street, out of 100, you'd find one person to say yes in an afternoon.
You think so?
I think so.
Probably. I think so too.
Also, come to think of it, so Portland is, I don't know if it's unique to Oregon or if this is other places too, but there's a rule or a law in Portland that it's legal to be nude. It's legal to be completely naked if your intent is not to arouse. So there's this dude that would go to like the Portland airport. I guess he was like a nudist and an activist, and he would go and like butt ass naked, like trying to get through the security line. And, you know, moms would like run up to the TSA agents, be like, look, he's showing his fucking dick. My son's right here. His dick's out.
And then,
what are you gonna do?
Then the TSA has to flip through the handbook and they're like, well, he's not erect, so.
Yeah, they literally are like, I'm sorry, ma'am. There's nothing we can do.
How do you know if a woman's intent to arouse?
So they like let him on. They had to let him on, and then like he just flew naked.
Yeah.
So
Vulgar Banshee, to answer your question, yes, I do want to bring back flashing. I would love to be flashed.
Oh my God.
you should probably just wear a T-shirt that says "Flash me," and I guarantee you'll
with a
have
flashlight on it.
So I can't. So I mean, I just got the "I'm dead inside but still horny" shirt, so I need to switch it up already.
Oh, that's gold. Love that. How do I know this? My ex actually used to work for TSA, and she told me the story. Real story, true as fuck. Naked man who they couldn't stop from getting on an airplane.
Yeah, I mean, there were serial killers back in the good old days. I mean, we had Jack the Ripper as far back as everybody can think of. But you know, when we think of crime these days, it's super extreme. Like, I remember when I was a kid, a crime was like the strange guy at the park you shouldn't talk to, or somebody that was what was in cartoons, right? You know, the guy in the trench coat would just walk up and like flash people. But now when you say like, oh, there's a criminal about, it's like, oh, you automatically jump to some sort of violent act. It's not like non-violent crime.
Some would argue flashing that dangalang is violence to the eyes.
Depends on the weapon.
Trauma, survivors.
I think it depends on the movement.
And also Peaches, it's all about the individual who is nude and their intent. It doesn't matter if you're showing your fucking bush and your titties and people get aroused by it. That's them. If your intent is not to arouse, is legal. That's
what if there's no bush? Well,
whatever. Then you have a little baby pussy. But that's why we have the naked bike ride here. Everyone's butt ass naked, and the intent is not to arouse. And it's literally like a bunch of naked ass, sweaty fucking hippies.
Wouldn't that hurt, like on the bike seat, like your butt?
I got soft bike seats.
I feel like your ass would sweat and like the seat would like.
Have you never? Wait, Nikki. Have you owned a bike before?
If you hit a bump or something, I mean, no.
Have you owned a bicycle before?
When I was a kid.
Okay, Jesus
As
Christ.
an adult, I have not. What?
Christ. They sell aftermarket seats, which are very comfortable, meant for these type of purposes. Like, people don't just ride on hard ass plastic seats these days.
Titties will be flopping it out. That's what I'm saying. Eat those seats. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yum 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 yum.
I'm just like. And it'd be sweaty. You'd have swamp ass. You have that swass, and it'd be sliding and like on that seat.
The bike. I haven't ridden my bike in a long while, but the seat that I put on it, I took off the seat that came with it. My seat is like this big, so it's like bigger than my face, and it's like soft padded cushion. It's not like it's gonna soak up into somebody's ass.
I would have to wear bottoms. I couldn't just have holes exposed like that on a bike. Like, what if you had to go past and like stand up and like lean? We're going uphill.
I feel like a lot of the girls do wear panties.
Your butthole.
Yeah, a lot of girls wear panties. I mean, you can really wear whatever you want, but yeah,
I bet
make it like that.
I bet the salons do a lot of anal bleaching before that event.
You know, that's one of those things that I just never really understood. Like the amount of money and time that women will have other women just like down in their business.
You wouldn't go to
What
you
are
wouldn't go
you
to a groomer and let them shave your crotch?
Who,
No.
me?
No, I'm talking
I
to Bird.
probably should. It'd probably be
What?
easier.
Shut up, Nikki. What? I'm talking to Bird.
Probably be easier. Fucking that shit's hard as fuck. You can't see shit.
For what it's worth, for the same reasons you're thinking bike seats would suck, like that's why riding a horse as a man sucks. Like horses aren't meant for men. It feels like a little midget just kicking your balls the whole time.
I don't
Wait.
mind horseback riding.
Whose face isn't that big, vulgar? My face? You saying I have a nice, cute, small face? Is that what you're saying? The seat is fucking huge. That's all I'm trying to say. Shit's big. But Bird, what if the barbershop had like $20 special? We'll trim you up.
$20, bro. Like I
Think
can
of-
do
I
my
mean-
own manscaping. Thank you.
But think of it like this. That's a deal for somebody. Somebody's gonna maneuver around your genitals and trim you up nice and good for $20.
What's
Give you that nice cutout.
why would I spend $20 on something I can do myself? Like it's
'Cause
really
they're-
not that hard as a dude.
Because they're gonna put some nice
You
creams
get
on
your
it, some
shaft and
aftershave.
everything.
Creams?
You're gonna be smelling fresh and
You gotta
feeling
get
fresh.
all of it.
They might
No.
even do the
Gotta get
butthole
You're
too.
tripping.
They might do the butthole
tripping.
too.
Ain't nobody
Don't-
want to
no.
floss sucking your
You're
dick.
tripping.
They'll do the gooch.
Get that goose done.
No, just throwing it out there.
Male haircuts are already ridiculously overpriced. Like my shit for like a finger length haircut is like $40. And you're like, excuse me, what? Like, or like even a shave, like a buzz, complete buzz, like 30.
That's what I'm saying. So $20 to get your genitals done should be a good deal, right?
Buzz
Not
you
if
up,
it's
$20.
free. Yeah.
I mean, it's free to cut your own hair, but you go somewhere and get it done, don't you?
No, it's not always.
So
I used to cut
different.
my own hair.
So different.
How is it different?
Bro,
Women go to
manscaping
women.
is super easy, and it's like
No, dude,
it's super
peaches.
easy. $20 is ridiculous.
$20.
Yeah.
$10. What is the threshold that you will let some other person shave your genitals?
Like I wouldn't. Even if it was free, I'd be like, no, I'm good. I got this. It's not that fucking hard.
What? Okay.
It's not like, oh, I gotta get the fucking. You're like, no, it's.
What if you went to your regular barber and then like one day you look at the menu and it's like
Then I'd go to a
add-on?
different barber.
No. Like you see on the menu is like add-on genital shave. You're like, what is that? And you're like, oh, well now
So
we have an
damn
add-on
good.
now. If you need us to, we'll get you done, get you good and ready to go.
Not pretending like this is a thing that you would ever do. That's
Would you
crazy.
come?
That's
Would you come
bonkers.
get your balls and shaft trimmed
Wait.
up by Joe Jam Brazilian?
They're already doing the top. What if we just hit the bottom?
You're tripping.
Would you go to the Joe Jam salon and get your junk done?
The schlong.
I don't know if I'd trust any of the Joes with razors around my dick.
Ooh. I'll use
You've already
Nair.
said too much.
You
There's got to be
wouldn't,
some retaliation here.
you wouldn't trust the Powerpuff Girls with a razor around your man stuff?
Maybe all
What?
three
Where
of
are
them.
we, the Powder
Like-
Puff Girls? What the fuck?
Yeah, you got a redhead, a blonde, and a brunette.
All right, you're right. I can't think about this too hard right now.
Yeah, got to watch your intent there.
That's right.
You gotta get erect so you can get all the spots.
Excuse me? Do you know how?
Nikki's still in rap writing mode.
I nicknamed her Nasty Nikki last night.
Nasty
No.
Nikki.
I said.
Can we get a
nasty.
preview? Can you like
Right.
do a dramatic reading of your lyrics?
Oh God.
Nikki, don't feel peer pressure here.
No, this is what we do as milks. We ask each other to rap. We put
Rap
each other
for
on the
me.
spot. Rap for me, rapper.
I don't have the beat.
You don't need the beat to read the lyrics.
Really, you want me to read the lyrics? I don't know how to
Dramatically,
just
though.
read these lyrics. Where are my lyrics? What did I even say?
You know what she said.
I'll
I
do
know what I
my I'll do my 16 that I have saved as a backup verse if you do yours. It's only fair.
I feel like I need the beat though.
Wait. Hold on. Ray says he would pay 50 at a spa.
Let's get his
Well,
balls
Ray's a
done.
fancy boy. Ray's kind of the Robert Downey Jr. of the group.
What does that mean?
That
What am
means
I of
he's
the
been to
group?
prison. Just kidding. Just kidding. That's not-
Ray looks like somebody who would commit a white collar crime and then get out and be super successful afterwards.
Okay, I guess I've never done this without a beat. Well, actually, I did it without a beat when I wrote it. All right, ready?
Yeah.
I think I mixed up. I'm all switched up, feeling so bricked up, fitting to get this flicked up. Ooh, I'm all choked up. You got me soaked up, getting that stroke up. I'm ready for my close up. Yeah, I'll be drip, 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 drip in this glossy. You be sipping them fingers. You be licking when you eating in this kitchen. Yeah, I'm your dietitian. This cat's your nutrition. This meal you got a christen. Sorry, I'm out of breath. There's more, but I'm not going to go on. Do you want me to keep going?
You're gonna do
Do
a
you want me
happy?
to keep going? Okay.
Yeah.
I want the whole lunch, not just a peanut. If you want me to munch, better give it to me clean cut. I fucked that up. We hit the ATM at the top of the hour. I'm going to make it rain. I got that golden shower. We'll get like a MacGyver. I'm gushing like a geyser. Make you a believer when you inside this beaver. It's gross.
I'm not sure if the show has reached a new high
That
or
was
a
so
new low.
bad. I'm so sorry, guys. That was so bad. That was hard to do without a beat.
When you're in this beaver.
Yeah, that fucked that up.
No, that's good.
Is calling it a beaver?
It implies it's hairy.
That wasn't going to be my question, but thank you for that.
Oh,
that-
does
that-
it? Does it?
Yeah. Beavers
I
are
just thought
hairy.
it was because a beaver is like the dam, and they build a dam, and the dam opens.
I'm going to have to side with Bird on this one.
That's not what that is.
No. I don't know, man. Don't judge me.
Nikki, serious question. Have you ever seen a real beaver before?
Yeah, I saw one yesterday.
And
I
what
told
did you
to get it on video. I saw it up at the creek.
and what did you think when you saw this beaver?
I was like, look, it's a beaver! Let me try to get a picture of it. I wonder
same
what he
thing.
wanted, and then I tried to go around the other side, and then he was gone.
All right, so that's the same thing a guy thinks when he sees a vagina.
Yeah,
Oh, that's bad.
it's true.
There's another
Can
beaver.
confirm.
Okay, bye. I'll see another one later. I see a lot of beavers. So.
Oh my God, it's a vagina! Pull out the camera. Send to
Snap.
White Collar Rhymes Discord.
What the fuck?
Allegedly, there are no vagina pictures floating around. Unfortunately,
Yeah, we need to make a separate section for that too. You're right.
Maybe there is one. You guys just can't see. I'm just kidding.
oh, excuse me.
So
I'm
disappointed.
fucking with you guys. It's only.
Do you know how upset I'd be?
I know you would be. I would never leave you out of something so magical.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate you.
The
You're a
fuck are
real,
y'all
you're a real
talking
fan.
A vagina channel of a
Maybe
channel.
we should add a channel that says post your vagina here. Just to see if it would work. Just to see if anyone does it.
Post your
I could-
cat.
We could rate some vaginas. We'd
I
have to
think
be
we need to make a pivot to that. Yeah.
we'd have to be equal opportunity though. So we'd
We
have
would
to
have
open
to
it up.
use.
There'd be some dicks in there at some point. I'm just throwing that out there.
We would
I
have to
don't
use
know
a
that there
rating
has to be.
scale with Roman
I'm not saying that
numerals.
there has to be, but we have multiple audiences and we have to cater to everybody. It can't just be all about the vagina.
It's only a 1 to 5 though, because B has to be the 5, the best.
I mean,
Nikki, what the hell are you
talking?
Roman numeral rating system because the vagina starts with a V.
I got you.
Your elbow pussy. What the fuck is an elbow pussy? I see elbow butts.
His coochie. Remember his armband thing that was called coochie?
Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah, distracted.
My OnlyFans is up and running. I have a video up there. I just need to advertise it more.
He's got some nudes up there.
Yep.
I know, ODS.
Got some nudes on my OnlyFans. Check me out at onlyfans.com/Pair-A-Dyce.
Would you rate vaginas for money, B-Bird?
Fuck yeah. But I also would rate anything. I mean, we do white collar reactions, right? We do white collar reviews, and nobody submitted their Instagrams, no matter how often we've talked about it. No one submitted their pussy yet. We need some more things to rate. I'm just saying.
Are you wearing your rope though? Oh, and you're.
I don't remember, but I think I took my robe off. So what would you do if we got a bunch of influx of vagina pictures? How would we rate them?
On Patreon.
No, I mean, how are we ranking vagina?
So I said it's a vagina scale. It's a Roman numeral scale. V has to be the best. So
well, Nikki, let me ask you this: do you ever see another person's vagina and you're like, "Oh, that's a pretty one"?
Yeah.
Or you like, okay. So we can eyeball it. Is what I'm saying.
Some vaginas are pretty,
and then some are not, right?
Some are just different. I mean,
it'd be like a belly button system, right? You got innies and outies.
Some pretty fucking down vaginas. But
have you ever seen any loose wizard sleeve?
What? I don't know what that means, so probably not. I've seen some fucked up vaginas on the internet, not in person. I've only seen pretty vagina in person.
Nikki, if a woman propositioned you, would you be interested?
For what?
A relationship.
I don't know about a relationship. I'm really don't know about all that, but
Why are you stuttering? Why are you nervous?
Are
you aroused?
What?
What is your intent here?
What is your intent here?
I'm just asking you a question.
I've had fun before. Girls know what girls like.
I'm not asking you about fun. I'm asking you if somebody asked you to settle down with them, would you consider?
Not anybody of any sex.
Nikki shop is closed.
I just don't. I need to focus on my shit right now. I got a lot going on.
What if she offers to help you with your shit?
Oh, manipulation.
Yeah.
We can be friends.
So you're open to a close partnership, but not a
I'm open to
corporation.
I'm open to someone that wants to elevate themselves and elevate each other at the same time. And
all right, ladies, if you're out there and you want to elevate yourself and Nikki, hit
not
her
be
up.
a psycho and not really be controlled.
If you want to elevate her torso and then let her take over control, dial in White Collar Rhymes, the Discord. Discord.com/GG's White Collar Rhymes. Go into our new channel, Show Your Pussy. Post the pics and we will rate and review.
I don't want the love.
You don't want to be loved?
It's not like that. I don't want to talk about this.
All right, moving on.
Yeah, that's a boundary I'm setting.
Gotcha. Roger that. Is it still raining there?
Fuck. Yeah. I opened all the windows because it stopped.
Wait.
Inside when I got here because I like the windows open. It's inside though.
So tell me about your drive home. You sounded lost.
I didn't. It just the freeway started flooding, and so I got off it because it's just ass at parts. The freeways here just sucks, and it was fine. I was I'm gonna beat this. I was 4 exits from my split off onto the other freeway because I live right by a junction, And like, like I'm gonna beat this storm, and it was getting dark fast, and the trees start whipping sideways. I'm like, ah, fuck, and then just downpour, and I'm just like, son of a bitch. And then the freeway started. I just swore so many times on the stream, and then the freeway started flooding, and I had to get off like 2 exits before mine, and it took me so far out of the way, and it was just.
So are you not familiar with this area?
I'm not familiar with any area. The fuck?
Mysterious. Okay.
All right.
I've lived everywhere. I moved everywhere. I drive everywhere. I get lost everywhere I go.
See, this is a strange thing for me.
Can confirm.
I can confirm too.
I don't know why I should have probably told you guys that before.
You insisted on driving everywhere in Texas.
I like driving.
And insisted on getting us fucking lost
I like
every
driving,
time.
and sometimes getting lost is the best way to find yourself, Bird.
You should have led with I got lost in an insane asylum before you offered to drive
Look at
people
my
around.
Siblings. Yeah, Nikey has no sense of direction. Oh my god, you didn't warn them. I did not.
No.
I will get lost inside of a store and walk out. I have no idea where I'm at.
So I'm curious how this works. Like, how is it just a sense of not paying attention to where you're at? Like,
I call it geographical displacement disorder. Just forget.
you just forget.
I don't know where I'm at unless I can find the sun or find the stars. It's really fucked up. If I'm inside something, I'm lost.
So you're screwed on a cloudy day, is what you're telling me.
I don't ever know what way I'm facing. Do you?
Yeah, in general.
How? Like right now, I couldn't tell you which way. I couldn't tell you which way is north. Well, no, yeah.
Here's a
The
question.
sunrise
Who
is there.
cares? Like, why would I care which way is north?
That's
Like-
why I have maps.
Yeah, I just don't think it's like practical to care about any of that stuff on a day-to-day basis.
Here's what we do care about. Pictures of vaginas, but we don't care about knowing which direction you're facing.
It
These
doesn't
are-
matter if you get lost. It's okay.
These are the two buckets. Yeah, there's pussy pics and there's directions. One is absolutely interested. One is I don't give a fuck.
Well,
I mean, it's just more of a like the sun sets over here and it rises over here, so I know I'm facing north.
so everyone is aware. Don't let me drive, apparently.
It's not about let's take for instance where you're at right now. Like, could you walk around the block without getting lost?
If the sun was out
Jesus Christ.
of the sky. No, because it's a circle. I get lost. I drive down the street 2 ways and I'm like, oh, I passed my house twice. It's really confusing here.
It's getting worse every time you
It's like
respond.
Bavarium. It's like Bavarium.
Like, I can go back to my hometown and I can drive around there pretty flawlessly without ever
Oh,
using
fuck,
a map.
no, that. No, I can't do that. I'm
This
really
is,
bad.
you know what the fucked up thing about this is you were a delivery driver. That's what's
Yeah.
baffling me is I was a delivery driver.
Yeah.
What?
And I've moved like 70 times.
How are you getting lost in?
Because I don't stay somewhere long enough to know.
You don't need to stay somewhere long, but I mean, if you were a delivery driver, you should know how to get around.
Liv, I've last week I tried not to use my GPS to your house. I tried. I
And what
get
happened?
lost. I got there eventually.
What's
took an extra
eventually like
I
15 minutes
took an
away?
extra block. No, I just took an extra block on accident.
This is
I don't
Bird, do
think
you get lost like this?
I don't think anyone gets lost like that.
Really?
I would say I feel like I'm the same as Rogue though, where it's like I do Google Maps everywhere, every time for everything, just as I don't give a fuck. Like, this is the easiest way. It's going to show me the quickest way, considering all traffic routes, all everything, and easy way to get to places.
I feel like a Neanderthal. I'm definitely old. I'll look at, I mean, the only time if I'm going like, if it's more than a 30-minute ride, then I'll check the traffic. But generally, if I know the area, I just like, okay, that's where I'm going, and I just take off.
I just feel like it's such an outdated thing to feel pride in, like, oh, I know my way around without the machines. Like, fuck off, Grandpa. Go
There's no
back to
pride.
bed.
I mean,
Same
at least for me, there's no pride in it. It's just a matter of it's. I don't know. I guess being a delivery driver, I've seen so many bad accidents, and even like just doing something simple. Like I took my kid out to eat yesterday, and like I'm going straight. Somebody's making a left-hand turn. Like they see fucking. We had just got a green light, right? So everybody's like full speed, 50, 60 miles per hour. This moron decides I'm going to make a left-hand turn right in front of oncoming traffic and almost T-bones me. So it's like more of a like, I don't want any distractions if I can avoid it. Like if I need directions, I need directions. But if I know I'm going home or if I'm going to point A, point B, C, I don't want the fucking map telling me turn left, turn right. I'm just going to pay attention to the road.
See, I'm the opposite. I like to have the directions telling me left, right, straight, so I can text on my phone, eat a hamburger, and just like be completely handless and distracted. That's my method.
What you're telling me is you need a Tesla so that you can take a nap and play chess while the car does what it needs to do.
If only Elon Musk wasn't such a fuck, I would have had a Tesla years ago.
I mean, just because he's a fuck doesn't mean he's driving your car.
I know, but I think I believe in the power of voting with your dollar. So, not like my one purchase is going to make a dent in his fucking pockets, but fuck him.
Do you think the
Fuck 'em.
do you think the
Bird says
technology
fuck 'em,
is
fuck
worth
'em.
it though?
Not yet, and I also don't think the infrastructure is there yet either. Like, yeah, for the West Coast, sure, we're covered on electric charging stations. For everywhere else in bumblefuck Minnesota, nah, not so much.
Up north?
mean,
Fuck no. I
Who
could
cares
not make it
about
up north with an
bumblefuck
electric
Minnesota
car.
though?
I'm just saying, like, if I like to have
That'd be nice
the
there.
option of, a road trip, even though I hate road trips and I hate long drives, I like to have the option.
Get a hybrid.
Don't care.
Nikey,
I mean, there's also the fact that, like, my current car was a gift from my late dad, so I'm basically going to drive that until it explodes.
I got a gift from my late dad, which was a Cadillac, and I drove it 1,000 miles from Florida back to Texas. 2 weeks after that, I pull into my work parking lot and it dies. Invested hundreds, thousands of dollars to try to keep it up and running. Eventually, it died again. Complete electrical shutdown of some sort, dead in the water, and it was the worst gift I ever got.
Well, fuck your dead dad then.
Whoa.
Gave you a shitty gift.
I mean, the strange thing was, like, he had 2 Cadillacs when he passed away, and one of them he had just got. So that one they basically repossessed and retowed. The other one was already paid for, so I got the shit into the deal. I wish I got the one that was still needing to be paid on because it probably would have lasted me a lot longer. Peaches, why do you want somebody to talk to you? You want somebody to talk to you in a Southern accent? Depends on what kind of Southern accent you're talking about.
I can do
Southern.
a Southern accent for you, baby.
Southern accent?
I'm from the South, but I don't sound like it.
I like Leonard Skinner, Kid Rock, and Bud Light.
You guys
Y'all
are Yankees.
seen that NASCAR?
You guys are Yankees. Do I have an accent?
No.
No,
really.
not really.
Oh, that sucks.
I don't think I do either.
You have a Canadian accent.
I do?
No, Nikki does.
I do not.
On occasion, I hear it.
Hmm.
I really find it fascinating because, like, so when I go overseas, which has happened twice in my life,
Overseas.
but I'll talk about it all the time. I find it interesting, like, asking them, like, does it sound like I have an accent? And if so, what is it? And the answer is universally yes, you have an American accent, which I find interesting because there's, like, all these different subsets of American accents. And it's like,
I mean, anybody speaking a foreign language has an accent. So you got to think from their perspective. Even if they spoke English, your English sounds like it has an accent because they have a different dialect.
Like Rogue.
Yeah, Rogue is definitely very British.
Very British.
very British.
I wish I had an
By
accent.
British groove. Me too.
I'm glad I speak the Lord's English. You know, I speak the
Lord's
pure
English.
weather forecaster English.
Sounds very Queen Isabel there.
Oh yeah, no, I'm coming for your jewelry, son.
And your life.
Yeah, and your life.
I feel like it's because we whine. I have
On the one hand, I wish I had an accent. On the other hand, I'm glad I don't, because then not only would I be a rapper, I would be a rapper with an accent that people are gonna ask to say, "Oh, say this word." No, I'm not a fucking jester, court jester.
Yeah, you sounds like you need a parrot, friend. He doesn't want him to spit back the words to you.
I get an accent when I rap.
You don't.
Well, yeah, she does. She puts on a rap voice for sure.
Do.
DJB puts on a rap voice.
He does.
Nikey and DJB both put on a rap voice.
I have fun.
I hate it. I hate it so much. Talk normal.
Okay.
Talk normal.
Dog.
I don't
speak American.
Speak American. I don't know. I kind of get weary of people with accents. It depends on how deep the Southern accent is, and where I'm at.
Does
Don't want to be called
feel less safe the deeper it is.
Yeah.
Bars.
Absolutely. Yeah. No pun intended. Yeah. I feel less safe when somebody has a deep accent. The only ones that are passable are New Orleans, like, because that's just how they talk.
Hard to understand. Oh, well, my brother's friend, I could not understand. He was from Louisiana, though. I don't know if he was from New Orleans.
Any accent other than Creole, I'm weary of. Well, except I guess Florida accents, because they just talk gibberish. That's just how they talk.
You do love your riffraff.
I do. I love riffraff's not even from Florida. He's from Texas. He just lives in Florida.
Okay.
We need a tunnel between Florida and Texas, just going through the Gulf of Mexico.
And then once everyone's in that tunnel, collapse it. I agree. I agree.
Wait, what's going on here? Any language other than English usually does it for me. All right, you can learn a new language.
I feel like that's not my goals.
Vulga Banshee. Have you seen a rogue Jepson out here?
Rogue, you do not sound American when you rap. I don't know who told you that lie, but they were trying to get in your pants, and you should be weary of them.
Yeah, it's still very
British.
British.
British, British, bro.
The only British person that sounds American to me is MCD, and I don't understand it for the life of me, because he'll talk to me. He'll talk to me. I'm like, okay, this guy's from Britain, and then I hear his music, and I'm like, who the fuck is this man, and what has he done with MCD, and why is he singing in American?
It's DCM.
What?
His alter ego, the dark side of MCD, DCM.
Nikki, you have a very interesting mind the way it works.
Sorry.
DCM. I would have never thought of that. That's clever.
Just figure, he's UK, so his English, normal English would be his other side.
Do you speak the Kang's English?
Me?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
What do you think it means?
Like British accent? What did you say? The King's English or the Queen's English?
The Kang's.
What? Spell what you're saying.
Kang.
I don't know what that is.
God damn it, Nikki. Do you wear your flags out yet?
Stop with the shit.
What are you talking about?
I don't want to talk about this again.
What do you want to talk? You've rejected 2 topics tonight.
You're just shutting down our host left and right.
Know.
Anyone knows a good podcast, instead of yes-anding, they say no, next.
I got a topic for you, Nikki. Would you get on a submarine?
Oh, don't even talk about this. This made me cry.
Why?
I felt
again.
so bad.
What am I supposed to talk about here?
You gotta don't talk about sad stuff. I would get on a submarine, but that really made me sad when that
It's
happened.
fair to be sad, but why can't we talk about it?
It's just sad. We can talk about
It just happened.
I know. Eat the rich.
Definitely two sides of the family here.
I just like thought about like what it would be like to like run out of air like that, but then
They
I
didn't
found
run out of
that,
air.
then I found that out. So like I
They
cried about it
exploded.
before. So when there was like 24 hours left of supposed air before, like I was at the gym doing the stair steppers and it came on the TV and I just like, oh my god, I like started crying. I'm like, oh, what if they run out of air? Like, could you imagine? Like, just
There was a Twitter account somebody set up, and it was automated tweets every 30 minutes of an oxygen level, and it like the green bar would just deplete every 30 minutes. It's kind of morbid but funny.
Hey girl, you ever had your pussy exploded like a submarine?
What happened? Because I like don't know the whole thing of exactly what happened, so I didn't actually read it. I just asked somebody.
Are you asking?
Yeah.
So
Explain.
they set off in their submersible. They got
Like,
to some level, which caused catastrophic failure. The pressure was too much for the device, and it imploded. Basically, blew up into a hot ball of combustion and tiny pieces.
In less than like a millisecond. So
And inside of it, their human bodies became a gelatin of sorts, and is now dispersed amongst the sea creatures.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
It's the circle of life.
Circle of life. Circle of life.
See, it's not so sad.
Yeah. And I think the big takeaway is this fucking CEO who's like, oh, you know, regulations and safety is just slowing down progress and innovation. Yeah, it turns out there's a reason. So
Is this the first sub that went down? I thought there was other times it went
Actually,
down.
no. I mean, they've made a
James
couple of
Cameron
other
did it.
trips.
That's what I thought. See, because like I've looked into like the space travel shit, like they have these balloons you can pick up,
So
and I'm like, scares me to be like the fucking one.
Which would you rather do? Get on a spaceship or get in a submarine?
Space. I'd rather die in space. At least I'd say I went to space.
I'd rather do neither, to be honest.
They
Somebody
have the
People
balloon.
pay like millions of dollars to be on that wait list for like the Mars mission or whatever. But
Oh,
like, I'm good. You know?
there's this company that's like $50,000 for a ticket up the stratosphere and like in like a balloon that like descends back down right as soon as you're about to like at the border of space, and like you can watch like the sunset and stuff, and it's. I think it would be crazy to see that from up there. I think it'd be fucking nuts.
Bird, if you had an
We're
extra
supposed to do a concert on one of the balloons.
$250 laying around, you wouldn't dump it on a nice adventure to the depths of the ocean or the
Fuck
limits of the
no.
sky?
Fuck no.
What would you do?
If I had an extra $250, I'd spend it on a 1997-98 upper deck game jersey autograph of Michael Jordan.
Kick this guy off the stream.
And even that would only be like half of it, maybe 1/4 of the price.
I'd pay him to give an upper deck and
Who? You want me to give
mean
you
by
an upper decker? You want me to shit in the top part of your toilet?
next to
Okay.
Michael Jordan.
I would rather be burned alive than no. You don't. I don't think you know how burning works. you would almost want to drown before you burn alive.
I heard that like you lose feeling pretty quickly.
Do they burn alive and then drown?
You don't die though. So imagine sitting there engulfed in flames after you've lost feeling, just feeling your body just slowly lose consciousness.
I don't know, like the panic of the drowning. It's both bad. Both bad. Make
Yeah,
me cringe.
drowning's terrifying.
Drowning's pretty bad.
But
Definitely
it
freezing
happens.
to
But
death.
it happens fast.
What?
I've got
Drowning?
knocked
Yeah,
out of the
drowning
water.
you. Drowning
Yeah,
you at least
it's
go
fast.
unconscious. I mean, unless you
Yeah.
have a low pain tolerance. Yeah.
You do. It sucks, but you do. I've been knocked out in the water too.
The only way burning alive would be worse is if you have a low pain tolerance and then you pass out while you're just burning to death.
Damn, Peaches.
Whew.
Fuck. Just I don't want to die. I want to live forever. So yeah.
All right, Thanos.
Give me all
Okay.
the bones.
Real talk. If you could take a life of a bad person to extend yours by
Yes.
20 years. Yeah?
Probably. I hate to admit it, but probably yes. If
What
it was,
if-
if it was
whose
a shit
definition of bad?
person. Yeah, if it was a shit person, like that's
Okay, now if you could take a life and you didn't know anything about this person to extend your own
No.
life by 20 years.
What if you had to do a vice in order to stay alive? So context here, this was an anime where people had to do a vice in order to keep the counter. They had a counter on their body and it would just count down, but if you did your vice, it would increment. So like somebody's was
like
smoking.
crank.
No, not like crank. Somebody's was like smoking cigarettes, another was like burning things. So like, would you do your vice in order to extend your life, or would you say, I don't want to be stuck doing this shit?
I mean, it's kind of counterintuitive, right? Because smoking is, by all reports, very cool and very fun, other than the fact that it fucking kills you. So if it's extending your life, then
but that's like the easiest one. So what if your vice was like, I have to cut my wrist? Like you have literal scars all over your body just to stay alive.
Yeah.
Would you do it?
I mean, I'm trying to think of any vice that I would say no to, of like, no, I don't want to be stuck doing this forever. Because I feel like I have so many fucking vices.
I got your vice.
What's my vice?
Getting a man groom at the barbershop.
I mean, yeah, if it's gonna extend my life, sure. Shave my nuts, fucking, take a big old fucking
when you go in, are you lifting up the sack for them, or are you letting them do that?
Oh yeah, no, they're gonna do all the work. I'm gonna have my hands on my head like this and just like do your worst.
You know what I'm here for.
Yeah,
that's how I would walk. You
have to lift the sack and the shaft. You have to get the shaft groomed. Like, I don't want to floss. I'm not trying to floss if I'm sucking something. Like, guys,
have you seen a penis before?
Shave your shafts.
Let me just say that it's not a problem for me.
Okay, that's what every guy thinks.
I'm curious, and I shouldn't be
underneath. Yes, the underneath of the shaft. Yes, the back.
I'm
Shake
curious,
your cock back, okay?
I'm curious, but I shouldn't be over how many hairy cocks that you've seen.
What?
'Cause that shouldn't be a thing.
My hair grows out of my urethra, so
what?
Sorry.
The fuck? I think that
it's like Rapunzel dick.
Getting shitty reception. Can you guys hear
said,
me?
You
guys
said
are
Rapunzel
all
dick.
bluffy.
Rapunzel dick.
You didn't miss much.
I can hear you guys. You're just moving like block people.
Oh, well.
Am I?
Minecraft.
No, you're fine.
They're like,
No, like, I want to get back to this vice thing, though, because, like, vices are only bad because they shorten your life. But if they extend your life, then fuck yeah. Like, I'm going to be pounding Coors Lights until I'm fucking 120.
Would you want to live till you're over 100?
I mean, I feel like if there's mobility, if like it's all about quality of life, right?
Hold on. I'm curious what prompted this comment in the chat. If you want your ass ate, you shave it. Raise your hand if you're shaving your ass. Who in the chat is shaving their ass?
I mean, everybody should shave their ass, shouldn't they? You guys are frozen. I gotta like refresh.
No, I think that's just my facial expression frozen in
you guys are both frozen.
Terror and confusion.
I think Nikki's gonna come back. Right here she is. Are you better now?
Dude, it sounds like you're underwater.
Does it?
Yeah. You made it way worse.
God damn it. Chat got real quiet. That's right, Low Brian. Only one person raised their hand. Only one truth seeker out there letting everybody know Here for the salad toss.
Am I still underwater?
You're just muffled.
Is this better?
Yes. Why don't you talk like that the whole show? Just face that direction the rest of the show.
Okay. Sorry.
I mean, here's the real
Ow.
question: do you want your ass ate?
It might be pleasurable.
Probably would be for a dude.
Everybody's shrugging now. Nobody wants to
I'm
say,
not
yeah,
shrugging. I've eaten ass. I've never had my ass ate.
that's unfair.
It's okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for you, Nikki.
Who was it? Was it Trick Daddy that was like, yo, he was like giving like a very serious, like, if you're not eating ass, then you're fucking up, bro. And then
Daddy-
gave this whole
My
like,
siblings.
He was like, I forgot who asked him, but it was like, do you have your legs? And he's like, hell yeah, I got my legs up in the
Do
air
you
like
guys
this
eat
in the
ass?
beach. Somebody
Do
just
Do you eat ass?
Say Less just gifted 10 tier ones.
Hey,
Shout out Say Less.
I will
less,
say
dude.
less.
I guess we know how to get subscribers now, right?
Yeah.
Ass
Hey.
eating.
Do you guys
Yeah.
eat ass?
I'll eat ass for 10 tier 1 subs. What's up?
No, like
What's
do you
up,
eat
baby?
ass?
For some subs, hell yeah.
I don't eaten.
You don't eat ass.
Fair.
I'm asking if you do.
Look, in a committed relationship where I love somebody very much, I'm open to experimenting based on the person's wants and needs. You know?
Exactly the right answer. Dice. He's like, I eat ass all day.
Wow. Just label me.
You're a butt guy. I know you like them butts.
I do.
You like them cookies. You like them pancakes.
But I agree with Bert. It'd have to be the right person.
Yeah.
Have you ever
Have to-
eaten someone's ass before?
No.
You also have to trust that like
Never eaten
their
ass.
hygiene is
Wow.
kept up to date.
Well,
You know,
for sure.
no dingleberries on the tongue.
For sure. Ain't nobody got no dingleberries. Fucking gross.
The visuals that we have here are crazy.
Yeah, we get into all of the deep topics here
I
at
guess it's- I
White
guess
Collar
it's-
Podcast.
All the
I
very
guess that's
deep
what happens
pocket-
when you have a bunch of rappers is we get so descriptive with shit that we just can't help it.
Because we're all just a bunch of poets describing
Yeah,
life
like
as
I'm
we
not
see
just
it.
gonna go eat a random booty hole like down the street. Like, of course, they gotta be clean and shaved. Like, definitely gotta be shaved, unless they got a lot of tequila.
Tequila's your breaking point.
Tequila's bad news.
Tequila.
I don't tequila.
You know what's
I'm not
really
gonna
fucking sad?
I'm not gonna dive too much into it, but was that the one ass eating that you did was tequila?
No, I've eaten
Oh,
ass
you just-
once.
Oh, you just dove into there.
No, I mean, like, it was in a long-term relationship. They
Without
wanted
tequila.
her-
Did you
Without
tell this guy
tequila.
like, yo, I need you to shave? Or like, yo, you need to wipe again? Or you just like, fuck it. I love him.
It was, let's clean you up. Make sure you're nice. If you want me to eat your ass, I will. But
Nikki is a trooper. I'll give her that.
Yeah.
Nikki's a dedicated
for the
person.
people
Like,
you love.
I respect that out of Nikki is that she'll do the deed if she's invested.
Right, I don't want to floss. I can't be. I don't want to floss. If I am below your belt, I don't ever want to pull a hair out of my head of my mouth. It's fucking gross. It's fucking gross.
Nikki, would you peg somebody?
Probably. I think it'd be fun.
Nikki's yeah, I knew that's what you would say. Nikki's like, that'd probably be fun to do.
Probably.
It's interesting, like, as a straight dude, to think about like I mean, maybe it's like very caveman-esque to be like, oh, if you're a dude and you get pegged, even though it's a girl, it's still a cock in your butt. Is it a little gay? I don't know. Who's to say?
Is it a cock? What if it's shaped like something else?
Like
I
a
don't know.
pussy?
You can tell who I'm related to in chat. I totally pegged someone as well.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of funny because, like,
Right.
objectively,
pleasure is pleasure. Pleasure is just pleasure, though. That's
objectively, it's not gay because it's a woman and a man, but also it's kind of like, well, you have a fake dick in your butt. I don't know. Weird.
but it's pleasure with another. It depends on what you consider that, I guess.
Yeah. These are the questions that are way above my pay grade.
Yeah.
I'm just a dumb rapper. What do I know?
Vulgar can give us these answers. Maybe they can assist.
Well, it's kind of like I feel
Can
like
assist me.
every dude friend group has all had the discussion of like, if you could suck your own dick, would you? Like, have you talked about that?
No,
with your
it's
friends?
literally like the specific with your opposite gender. That's what I feel. It's like, and that point too, pleasure is just pleasure.
No, I've never had a friend of mine suggest we should suck our own.
No.
Well, not suggested, but like it's a topic of conversation amongst those with dinglings.
I'm
I
gonna
mean,
put myself out there, and I'm gonna sound prejudiced, but that's certainly a milk thing.
Okay, maybe. Yeah, bring race into it for sure. It's always about race with you.
And I've had a lot of milk friends, but not in that conversation. Maybe it's because they see me and they're like, nah, he wouldn't want to talk about sucking your own dick with me. I'll go ask my other milk friend.
I feel like it's been brought up by like 10 different friend groups like over the course of my life. Just dudes just wonder it, but also they're very milky, so that could be part of it.
Never happened to me. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the discussion, but nah, just not in my experience. Nobody's ever said, "Hey, would you?"
Yeah.
Would you?
No, that's
Nikki. Does that come up in the female conversation? Like, if you could lick your own vagina, would you?
Not really. I haven't had that. I mean, never mind.
This is great to have the men and the women, even though it's just a bunch of Joe Jam Powerpuff Girls.
I've never really had a conversation about. Oh, no.
Would I what?
Nope, about sucking my own vagina.
I feel like because it's more like
in my own
unrealistic.
Maybe. Yeah. I mean,
Just
most
the distance from head to
my
pussy would be like very hard.
Female on female experiences have been with close friends.
So how do I become?
Send some pictures later.
No, the one that's in jail.
I'm nosy.
The one that's in jail is.
She was pretty hot.
Shout out. She's a good girl.
There's
I don't know
something.
if I go that far.
We don't want to talk about submarines, but we'll talk about
Vaginas.
It's my favorite topic. I mean, I could talk vaginas all day.
All right, well, fuck it. How much would you pay for a Brazilian?
What is a Brazilian?
I wouldn't.
Excuse me?
Is it everything? I don't know the differences. I've never been waxed.
What if your female companion's like, hey, I need to go to the wax shop.
Dude, I'll let
Nikki, are you okay?
Good.
Okay.
A wax shop.
She's like, hey, I need to go to the wax shop. I need to get cleaned up. Give me X amount of dollars. How much money are you given to hit the menu? No money?
Question for me or Nikki?
Yeah, for you. Your lady's asking you to pay for the wax.
I mean, here's the thing. Whatever it costs, I don't know. It's for me, it's like not a big deal. Like, it's if you want to do that, you can go ahead and like.
But
this literally has happened plenty of times where they're like, "I'm gonna go get a Brazilian."
You've paid for girls' waxes?
Well, no. That's what I'm saying. They've paid their own. It's just like, yeah, like they just go do it because they want to do it, and then they pay with their own money because they're independent boss bitches. Why do I have to pay?
No, I'm just saying, like, is there a
Don't pay
threshold for you where
women for
what's the
shoes.
threshold when you're like, does it really need to cost that much? And like, same that we're talking about getting the trim job around your junk. Like, what's the threshold where you're like, okay,
Trim up that
this seems this seems a little much for a waxing. Maybe you should find another place.
I have no context because I don't go into wax places.
You hear that, ladies? Get with Bird. He'll hand over the black card and is like, get yourself done, nice and smooth, come back oily, and I'm ready.
I'm like, I'll take you hairy, you smelly hairy bitch.
Jesus Christ.
Just kidding, ladies. I'm an ally. Dab.
see.
No, I feel like girls that want to go get waxed, like I've been with girls and they're like, I'm getting a Brazilian. I'm like, okay, cool. And they just do it.
Jesus Christ. The average cost of a Brazilian laser hair removal is between
Laser?
$350 and $1,800.
Isn't that permanent? Isn't laser permanent?
Yeah.
How much is it?
Nikki's like, this is good research.
I don't like any hair. I don't like any hair.
Allegedly, there was one instance back when I was a younger gentleman, college aged, when I went over to this girl's house. We started playing Battleship. One thing led to another. Next thing you know, I'm on this like mattress that's on the floor. She didn't even have a real bed. I pull down her pants and it's just poof, the biggest fucking rainforest I've ever seen in my life. And
I've never had that happen.
I continued kissing her for like a little bit more and then like made up an excuse and left forever.
You don't like hair?
Mentally, you're like, it's down there and you're trying to like prepare yourself, but you couldn't get it out of your head, right?
I mean, do you go down on a girl with that big of a bush?
I don't. And I didn't. I mean, yeah, I was like, I can't handle this. Nowadays, like, I'm a little bit more advanced of a gentleman. I'm a little bit older and more mature.
Tenured.
You don't want the trees to mingle. You don't want the leaves to get mixed up.
I'm not trying to floss either.
Get that floss, eh?
Yeah.
Gross.
So a Brazilian wax, it looks like the average cost is between $45 and $85.
Yeah.
Or up to $100.
Vulgar Peaches, let's go get some waxes.
There's so many services where girls are just like naked in front of service workers, like tanning, waxing, like even fucking
spray tans. I wasn't butt ass naked. I left my undies on, but my titties were all out.
Excuse me? What?
When you spray tan, like when someone airbrushes you, like yeah.
Don't you have tan lines then?
I mean, I don't with a spray tan, yeah, but like I normally have a base tan and I'm nude inside the tanning bed.
We're all nude under our clothes.
We are.
It's fucking deep.
Mm-hmm. But still, the tanning bed, sometimes you gotta switch positions because like you get like that butt creak, that butt cheek tan if you're laying down, so you gotta like lift your ass up.
Let me ask you this, because I've never tanned before. Do you have to spread your cheeks to get tanned in the middle?
Yeah.
For how long?
I mean, like, I just like flop them and sit them.
Wait, like, no, I'm just trying to
my ass up.
I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just trying to understand the content. Like, are you laying face down and spreading, or like, how's that work? Are you sitting down and spreading?
Well, I mean, I normally go in the flip beds. So like I'll just like where it's like a cushion.
There's a cushion tanning bed?
Yeah, it's like a regular bed. And then it's just the top that comes down and then like when I lay on my belly, I'll just, ass up. Like
man, white people be having everything.
But then you don't get that out.
White people be having everything.
Get that butt cheek tan.
I mean, if you tell me about a tanning bed, I'm thinking like the little long ass lights, the hard plastic shit that you lay. I didn't know there were cushion tanning beds. I have an OnlyFans.
He does. It's full of nudes and an ODS.
I don't know what this podcast is.
Question. do you eat in bed? Not like while sex, but is that off limits? Eating in bed?
I fucking eat in bed.
Who doesn't eat in bed?
I fuck and eat.
Mhm.
I will eat spaghetti.
All right, George
Same
Costanza.
time.
Oh, that's right. You guys
Yeah.
don't watch Seinfeld. God damn it.
No.
No,
You
fuck
guys are like this.
Seinfeld.
You guys are like the spitting
No.
image of Seinfeld episodes, but you hate it so much. There's an episode where like George, he hooks up with this chick, and their thing is like eating while they're having sex. So like there's like an episode where he's like jumping up on top of the bed and eating like a bowl of pasta or some shit, and then he's going back down. And you guys are fucking spitting image of George and Elaine, and you hate it. And I hate that for
Fuck
you.
Seinfeld. Seinfeld
I
is the
hate
biggest
Seinfeld.
fucking
so
garbage
bad.
tier sitcom.
It is.
And no, like I don't eat in bed. That's fucking nasty. You have fucking crumbs. You got all sorts of, and then that's how you get ants. You know,
Let me ask you
guys are
this.
fucking wild.
Let me ask you this:
Wild.
Did your parents allow you to eat in bed, or was that not allowed?
My parents fed me at the dinner table like normal parents. I didn't have to sneak meals in a fucking bed.
I never ate at a dinner table.
Oh, I did.
The only time we ate at a dinner table was like a handful of times for like Thanksgiving, and even that was like 4 times total my whole life.
I eat in bed.
This was
Not
very
like
much
in my sheets. I eat on top of my blankets.
Oh man, my heart
a
is
little better.
my heart is
I
hurting
just
right
like
now.
chilling in my bed.
Nah.
I literally will sit on like TikTok live and like eat a plate of spaghetti sitting on my bed, like laying on my bed.
If you spill something, do you change your sheets?
Yeah, of
See?
course.
Normal people, Bird.
Wash them. I wash.
We don't just
This
spill crumbs
isn't
on
the
the bed.
gauge of normal people, for the record. You two fuckers are not like normal people, okay?
And you are?
So normal.
And you are?
Yeah.
They
No,
call me
I'm normal as fuck.
Nikey.
Boy.
You're wearing a teal tank top.
Fuck yeah, I
Dad
am.
tanks.
Hell yeah, I am.
All right.
Now, that being said, would I eat a Little Caesars while dipping it in Buffalo Ranch on the small of some girl's back while I'm banging her from behind? Yes. Yes,
Fucking
I would.
gross.
See,
Disgusting.
see. Try to play some Call of Duty.
Hell
Same
yeah.
time.
I
All day.
refuse to play Call of Duty.
Hmm.
If I want to be exposed to the N-word, I'll just drive into rural Texas somewhere, get lost.
That's what I do.
I don't know, like, clearly you haven't video gamed much. Like, all you do is play fucking Fortnite.
I play
the bastion of good wokeness, and
You're thinking
Call of
of-
Duty's any different.
You're thinking of Low Brian, Jacob, and Gray Baby. I don't play Fortnite unless I'm forced into it.
Apex, okay, sure.
But every time I play Call of Duty, I get dropped the hard in. So I just stopped playing it. It's literally like me going to Walgreens. I get followed by security when I go to Walgreens. I get called the N-word when I play Call of Duty. I don't even turn my mic on.
Well, how are you acting, Pair-A-Dyce?
I'm shooting people.
I have
I'm
my
doing
mic
what
on,
I'm
and
supposed
I'm
to
like-
do.
I play hardcore and
Fuck
I
them,
always accidentally kill people, and I'm always like, I'm so sorry. You walked right in front of my fire. I'm so sorry. The whole time.
Even apologizing in war, of course.
Well, because I play hardcore, so like I shoot other people on accident all the time. I have terrible aim, but I kill a lot of people.
Usually they kick you out after, I think, what is it, three
It's
team
start
kills?
getting self-inflicted wounds. You shoot and you're like, oh fuck. I just like some people would just run right in front of you. You're like, bro, I was getting that guy.
In my mom's basement. Jesus.
What the? I don't know what's happening on chat.
I don't refuse to play Apex with you, Rogue. Just you ruined our experience when you moved up from level 1 to level 2 because we no longer got to nuke the level 1 players that were exposed to us.
I have Apex on my
I'll play Apex with anybody.
tablet.
I mean, I'm willing to play Call of Duty with people too. It's just Call of Duty has deteriorated so much from what it used to be that even when I tried to play it with everybody, I like installed one version and then they're like, oh no, you got to install this other version. So try to install that. Then it's like, okay, it's installed, but it needs an update. It took me literally a week to install fucking Call of Duty to play it. And by that time I was like, I'm over this. I'm sorry, guys. I want to play, but it's too much going on here.
Well, for what it's worth, Subscribe to the Patreon. I'll fucking play video games with you, and you get to hear this fucking voice in your headset while we're shooting some terrorists.
Mute.
I talk the whole time too. I talk to everybody and every single time.
I hate it.
I do it.
I mute everybody.
I mute the people that come on like and have like just a radio playing and it's crunchy and like or like just like
Oh, that's the worst kind of person.
they're like kids like screaming in the back and like then they're like wife screaming too and then they got their mom yelling from upstairs and I'm just like holy fuck bro. And they're just
I'll turn on my mic for people I know, but if I don't know you, I stay muted all the time.
If people start talking, I turn on mine, but I know
fuck that. Because you know what happens when people start talking, especially if they've already buddied up, is like they'll start talking shit about the one person that ends up on their team, and I don't have time. Like I sat through one game of these people just talking shit the whole game. Of course, I won the game for them, just talking shit like, "Oh, I'm down, and this motherfucker's on the other side of the map." Well, you dumbass, you shouldn't have ran into a team of Crossfire, you idiot. So yeah, I have to deal with that shit. So I finally got tired of it, and I just mute the motherfuckers. But yeah, I'll play with it.
Do you remember the old board game Crossfire where you would have these little guns that shoot like metal bullets?
Oh my god, no! I still have that. Me and my sister Steph we had that at my grandma's house. It was one of the games we kept like under her bed that we always played when we went over there. And when she passed, we took it, and it was like no.
Did you inherit it or did you take it?
I mean, I guess it was inherited.
Was it?
I guess. I don't know. No, I'm second guessing it. I don't know. There was like 4 toys and then a garbage pail of crayons. Like a mini garbage pail. And I don't know why it was in a trash can shape, but it was.
Nikki, when you bought crayons for school, what size was your pack?
I don't know. Like I didn't buy my own crayons. I don't remember.
Bird, when you bought crayons for school, what size was your pack?
I think I bought crayons.
What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Y'all never took crayons?
Like, I don't know.
I'll say 10 just to move on.
10?
But
they don't come in a 10
I
pack.
feel like
I don't fucking know.
I feel like we had
8, 16, 24, 64.
Shaver on it. Which one had the shaver on it?
The 64 pack.
Then I think we had that, but I think we might have shared it.
I hate it here.
Why would I care about crayons? I don't have a fucking 5-year-old, so why would I know about crayons?
Because you went to school at some point in your life, and we didn't have all the fancy shit that the gadgets that the kids do now. So we had crayons. You didn't have like an inventory list that you had to take to school every year. You just fucking showed up and took some other kids' stuff.
Pack. We only had one 64 pack. We had to make them last for 3 years. I'm like, I feel like we had a shaver, but we shared everything. Yeah.
You shared your shaver?
Like the shaver on the pack.
Oh, okay. Well, that talk about Brazilians got me thinking.
So, chat, what do you guys want to talk about? We're here. If you need career advice, you need some advice on love, what questions do you have?
I feel like we could totally do like an advice, like AMA, like us three would all give our perspectives and advice on different problems that people are going through. It could be really valuable.
Balls? What about balls?
Balls on your chin.
Nikki, would you date somebody if they had testicles hanging from their chin?
Probably not.
Racist.
Well, I'm sorry. Like, I don't particularly like balls hitting my chin when I'm sucking a dick. I wouldn't want balls hitting my chin when I'm kissing you every time.
Okay. It's a little descriptive, but thank you.
I mean, it was logic.
What is the questions about balls? You keep dropping one word, hairy, gross. Like, what am I answering here, peaches and vulgar?
The balls? Have you ever held them and felt them move on their own? Yeah. Like.
Have you ever like switched your balls around into the different spots? Make your left nut your right and your right nut your left?
That hurts. You're not supposed to do that. Do I like balls? I like basketballs. I do like we were talking about this
No.
before. The dodgeball, the cushion, the dodgeballs. Because there's two different dodgeballs. You got the cushion ones that are foam, and then you got the little rubber ones. I like the cushion dodgeballs.
Like that cushion.
Mm-hmm. Cushion against somebody's head when I beam it at them from across the room.
Mm.
So Jepsen,
Wait, whoa. What is Peaches talking about? Do you squeeze your balls when you jerk off? You sick, twisted woman, you.
yeah, that's fucking bonkers. That's crazy. But I do know like girls love squeezing their nipples. A lot of them, not all girls, but
Yeah,
love
just
squeezing those nipples
Yeah.
while you're rubbing it.
while you're rubbing what? While you're rubbing what?
While you're jerking off.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I
Some girls again,
get a nice handful. That's it.
You know somebody who does that? Who is this sick? Whoever that person is, you need to stay far the fuck away from them.
Yeah, that's serial killer shit, bro.
He does what? Squeezing
Squeezes
balls.
their balls. Yeah, that's
Fondles their
wild.
balls while they're jerking. That's a two-hand jerk off. Like somebody who's using both hands to jerk off is a sick bastard. I'm sorry. I have to say that.
Yeah, no, that's required
Wait, would it
PSA.
be like what? I don't understand. I don't understand how it works.
Nikki, can you pat your head and rub your stomach at the same time? There you go. Good girl. Now imagine jerking off and rubbing your balls.
Sorry, my cat just looked behind me and it freaked me out.
Oh, I thought you were looking for your dick. I was like, what the hell's going on, Nikki?
That like tweaking.
Detachable.
It
Is
is.
the two-hand jerk off bad? I'm not saying that it's bad, but it's a level of horny that is definitely not required.
It feels like there's like a level of horny that like when you're a teenager it makes sense, and then you just kind of like don't need to go there later on.
It's excessive is what it is.
Yeah.
It's like it's either do one or the other. I mean, not both.
It's like I had friends that used to like fuck in between their couch cushions, right? Like before they ever got laid, they're like, this has got to be what it feels like, you know?
What the fuck?
And like, I can honestly say I never did that, but like, you kind of understand. You're like, oh yeah, you were this age. All right. Weird.
It's like driving an automatic car with 2 feet. There's no reason for it.
Peaches.
Peaches, I want to know who you're video chatting with and how frequently this occurs. Because this went from you guys asking us questions to now I'm curious who these horny people are that you're video chatting with.
Yeah, that's true. We're all just in the sharing circle, you know?
I mean,
Wouldn't that be equivalent to the cock ring? No, it wouldn't be because you're still using both hands. Like, I'm trying to think of a good way to explain this for these people who are confused. Like, I can't express this enough that using both hands to get yourself off is excessive.
I mean,
I know them.
rope, I guess.
Oh, wait. Oh, you're talking to your sisters. Okay. I was about to say. I know them. Who on the Discord is jerking yourself off with both hands?
I know who you're talking about, I think. I'm just trying to guess the only person that I think that you could be talking about.
I'm enjoying the Joe Jam as a trio. It's just
Mm.
elevated my podcast hosting experience.
Yeah, the three-way Joe Jam is always a pleasure. Well, Rogue Jepsen had a very serious question about his apprenticeship. Were you talking to him about this earlier? Like, he said this like you had some more context for an apprenticeship.
Was I talking to him? I mean, like a week ago.
He said he wanted to know if he should quit because he hates engineering. I hate work and don't want to do engineering for a career, so should I just quit? I think the answer is probably no, unless you have something else lined up. I think if you're a person who pays rent, has bills, it's a lot harder to just quit without anything else lined up. So at least get that in place. But if you're a person who lives at home in your mom's basement and you just go onto streams talking about jerking off with your one hand that barely fits around your small penis, then yeah, do whatever you want because nothing matters and there are no consequences.
I think it depends on the runway of changing careers and like how far are you away from completing your apprenticeship, because I've learned this a lot in my job history is that doing something you open up doors to some other shit that you probably would never be exposed to. Like I worked in a plumbing warehouse and then I learned about all these other companies that sell plumbing supplies that I could probably apply for a job at. I worked for a florist and then I learned, oh, you can be a floral designer and just design arrangements. I worked for a medical company and then I learned all these distribution companies that make and manufacture products that you could apply for jobs for. So I mean, it depends on how knee deep you are in the engineering field. You might be able to pivot into something else in that range. Or if you're just really miserable and you really don't see it happening, if it's just worth it, then yeah, I mean, I guess. But if you're making minimum wage, I don't think it's really going to change anything other than you're missing out on whatever the end of your apprenticeship affords you.
Yeah, I think that I would look at how much time have you already sunk into it and like, yeah, what's on the other side of it? Because if you end your apprenticeship and it goes right into a high-paying job, then sure. But at the same time, if you're miserable, making minimum wage, then yeah, you could do anything for minimum wage and hopefully get a better scenario for yourself.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to finish your apprenticeship in a year and you get like a 40% pay bump, maybe it doesn't make sense to go from one minimum wage job to another because then you got to work your way out of the next minimum wage situation.
You've already put 3 years in at this job?
Yeah, so I feel like it's a college degree at this point. You're 3 years in, finish that year out. Then what you can do, even if you don't want to be an engineer, you can say, I have X amount of experience doing such and such. Use that to pivot into a different career. But don't just...
It goes up by 150.
What the fuck, bro? You better stay at your job.
Then yeah. But also, like, what makes it miserable specifically? Is there something you can change about your scenario?
It's the people, really, from what my understanding. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I mean, then it's a matter of finding a different company.
Yeah.
Or making a lateral move within it into a different department.
No, I highly recommend against lateral moves in the same company if you hate the people, because those people aren't going anywhere.
I mean, if it's in a different department.
Nah.
I've gotten out of a bad boss before and stayed at the same job for another 3 years till I got a better opportunity.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't had that experience, but I've watched good people and bad people move around in the same company, and it never really works out. They never end up staying at the company much longer after their lateral move anyway. Well, I'll correct it. The bad people always stick around because they just get fucking pivoted to a different department. The good people change departments and then they're like, you know what? It's still a shit show. I'm out of here after like a year or two. Every single time.
Yeah, I guess putting in 1 year for 150% raise, that's tough. I would say stick it out, honestly. Unless, yeah, you can move to the same thing. Like, I don't know the rules of this apprenticeship. If you could just do that apprenticeship and finish it under a different company and do that.
What do you mean you don't know the rules? It's like Dungeons and Dragons. You elevate to a mage.
Yeah, that explains it. You've never fucking played Dungeons and Dragons once in your fucking life. You don't even know what you're saying right now.
I sounded like it until you corrected me, you asshole.
I was like,
No, yeah, that's what I'm here for. I'm the fucking voice of reason on this podcast.
Mm-hmm. You totally are.
Yeah, that's.
I'm
me.
not.
That's
I'm
my
not
role.
sure if Nikki's.
He's like the bird of wisdom.
What am I?
The bird of wisdom. You're the dice of mischief and bullshit.
All right. Let's go back. Rogue, any more questions? Too much paperwork. All right, Rogue. The answer to your question is stay at your fucking job for another year. Get some experience out of it. If you still hate it there, at least you have a pay bump. Pivot to a different company.
And think about it this way. These people you hate, how can you make their lives miserable as much as they're making your life miserable? Do you put ants in their sandwich at lunch?
What the fuck?
Do you secretly sign one of them up for a porn site that's going to embarrass them in front of all their friends and family at
Do that.
Thanksgiving?
Don't do that. That's cyber porn.
This isn't advice. I'm just asking,
Allegedly.
do you? Throw it out there.
Do you
How
pee
do
in
you
their
make their
gas?
lives miserable?
Anyway, so Peaches said that she says "good boy" when a man does what she says.
Oh,
Bird, if somebody said "good boy," are you aroused or displeased?
It depends on the context, but I'm probably a little annoyed, to be honest.
ooh.
Probably a little annoyed. I did have an ex-girlfriend who loved it when I said "good girl," like kind of the same way. I don't know. It's for some people. For me, I'd be a little annoyed. What would you think, Dice?
I wouldn't mind. I mean, as long as they're not like saying "good boy" in a deep Southern accent, and then they've got like a shotgun pointed at me, it's okay.
What if they said "ooh, good boy" and then sat in your face?
I mean, here's where I'm at. Peaches can do no wrong, and I feel like she is the moon to my Challenger. She is the ocean to my submarine, and I would explode for her.
Oh my! Too soon.
Is it?
I don't know.
What's the threshold for jokes? Is it like a day or two?
I don't know. Probably at least.
Because I mean, I've said this in the Discord, but I mean, these people were literally dead or dying, and jokes were already flying on Twitter. It was already a field day on Twitter. The moment it was reported that people paid $250,000 to go on a unqualified submarine, jokes began commencing. So I don't think there is a too soon anymore, like there was pre-Twitter and pre-internet. Everything's fair game.
Oh my God, cake farts. Those were one of the funniest videos I loved sharing to my friend group. Dice, is that a milk thing? Like finding gross videos on the internet and sharing them to all your friends?
I was just going to ask, what is cake fart? Because as a melanin-skinned person, I have no point of reference.
Nikki, have you seen cake farts?
I feel like we've talked about this before.
Probably
not
have.
Cake farts, no. I must not have been there.
I'm pretty positive me and Z would have had a conversation about cake farts.
All right,
I try to bring it up as much as I can.
I think that, did you have it in a line in one of your songs? And we dove into it. Or somebody did. I feel like it was on a Wednesday and it was a cake fart line.
Maybe.
Bird, what if she says "good boy" and then she lovingly slaps you on the face?
What the fuck?
Look, I feel as if...
All right, let me get some context, because I know you're a context person.
Yeah.
You're laying down on your back. She's straddling you. She says "good boy." She smacks you, and then she just looks deep into your blue, soulless eyes.
These eyes have got a lot of soul, baby. And like, look, I think that if Peaches did it, it'd be hot and funny and so cool.
God.
Anyone else, I don't know. Look,
I see what you did there.
Look, here, I'm a fucking open-minded gentleman, and I think that, you know, there's things that are funny. I think just in general, if I'm like, you know, oh, hey, babe, I, you know, brought home the Little Caesars with the Buffalo Ranch, and she says, "good boy," I'll be like, all right, well, I'm not a fucking dog, right? But if she just, you know, swallowed my load and then looks up at me and says, "good boy," I'm like, yeah, okay, that's hot.
Yeah,
So.
I was a good boy. That's you'd be like, yeah, I was.
Yeah, I was a good. I did good today. You're welcome.
Nikki, what's your favorite style of lampshade?
What?
Come on, I'm asking you the hard-hitting questions from the chat.
I'm trying to think because I really prefer like those lamps with like the spaghetti arms that have all the bright different colors.
Spaghetti arms.
Yeah, the ones that like turn into like 10 different lights. That
So
like
you like
you would put behind, like,
non-lamp
the-
lamps, is what you're saying.
yeah, and like the big ball lamps that change colors.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
I have
fucking
some of
love
those. I have some of those. I did. My wedding was glow wedding, so I have some of those. It was everything neon.
So,
Nikki, are you for or against IKEA?
This desk is IKEA,
That doesn't
but I
answer.
got it. I didn't buy it from IKEA. I got it at a garage sale for $5. Cause fuck IKEA. I won't pay their full price for their bullshit that I can put together.
Why didn't you lead with that?
Because I didn't know how else to say that. I had to get in the mood of being angry about how shitty their stuff is. And think about how hard it was to put 4 fucking feet on a desk. That's all.
Okay.
Nothing, none of their holes line up. They need better drill holes. I shouldn't have to re-drill the holes that are already in the fuck furniture.
Did you read the directions before you started
Yes,
putting
I always read the directions and I keep the directions.
you
Like,
keep them?
yeah, like my okay, so my corner
we
booth is kind of here we go. My corner booth is kind of like IKEA. Like that's just an example. Like the bench opens up, so I have the instruction manual in it and stuff. If I need to take it apart to move it and put it back together.
Nikki, do you make simple things very hard?
No.
Why are you
I make a
smiling?
lot of things hard because I make a lot of things hard. But
Would that include simple things?
I guess it's not hard. Sometimes
All right,
it
Nikki.
takes longer.
you're doing it now, so it's kind of a case in point. This is a case study.
Listen. Okay, then yes, I make simple things hard.
All right, Nikki, Bird, should it be illegal for girls to fart?
No, what the fuck?
So let me say this. I guess I make simple things hard too. I mean, it's a simple answer, but I'm gonna answer differently than you expect. So yesterday, I went to a small bar in Portland, was opening up some packs with some of my friends, and on the wall, on the projector, was a CMT program, which is like the country version of Jersey Shore. And one of those fucking rednecks on the
Floribama?
show, no, it was just like that.
Is
though.
it the Steve Austin one? Redneck Island.
No, it's a
God damn
different one. First time I'd ever seen it, but some fucking redneck was like, I love you, baby. You're a marlin and you fart in front of me. And I feel like there's a connection between country dudes and like, she farts in front of me, so I knew she was a keeper. So my answer is no, it shouldn't be illegal, but it's also not like, oh, fucking, I love you because you do normal human functions in front of me. Like that does show a level of comfort, which I respect and appreciate, but I don't need to run and sniff your fucking couch spot where you almost shit your pants.
Fucking Dutch oven your ass.
Excuse me?
Never mind.
Nikki, if a hot guy gets up, do you go and sniff the seat?
No, what the fuck? Who does that? Why? Guys' asses and balls do not smell good.
Just
They
haven't
do
had
if
the
they
right
go
butts.
I guess.
They do if they go to the salon.
$40 for a ball wax.
Get that aftershave down there.
I don't have a preference particularly.
What's your favorite
for-
smell of a man?
I don't know. It's a hard one.
Cake farts.
Well, I'm curious, but I'm not curious enough to.
I'm like
do an
probably
internet
like
search.
not too much cologne, but maybe some slight. Like I like sandalwood. I like very manly smells. Like
Bird, what's your favorite
smells.
womanly scent? What do you like?
Pussy. No, I don't know.
That's an answer.
Pussy It's weird. It's a weird smell.
I feel like any girl that overdoes like perfume, I'm kind of like, what are you trying to hide? Like lavender is kind of a turn off for me. So I'm it's easier to answer like what I don't like versus
You
what I
like
do.
patchouli? I feel like patchouli's always used to
Oh,
cover
cute.
up the hippie smells.
Yeah, patchouli, no thanks.
I'll use
Maybe
a little
shave-
bit of it, but not how like I knew some girls that they literally were hippies and they would use it for everything, and I'm like, girl, it's too much.
Yo, I'm catching up on the stuff so I can make sure I ask the questions. Baby Shade, how old are you? Because you asked Bird why did his AirPods have cords, which leads me to think that you're less than 20 years old. 300. Okay.
Yep,
All right.
sounds about right. The Immortal Vampire, Baby Shafe 2. Okay.
Anyone watch Glastonbury?
Glastonbury.
Nope. Moving on.
Sounds like a historical drama bullshit. I think those are the worst. Like, man, my fucking ex used to love that shit. Like, all of those, like, court intrigue, romance is afoot. And they just, like, talk in, like, 18th century England and, like, oh, well, will the prince find out I'm secretly dating his brother? Like, who
Like
fucking
Bridgerton
cares?
and stuff.
Yeah, Bridgerton, like, all the shit. Not interesting.
Vulgar, you would want somebody to blast your berries. Anyway. No, I'm not really into historical pieces either. It'd have to be super, super interesting. Like, I mean, I know you guys gush about Game of Thrones. Like,
I
it
do
has to
too,
be
Liv.
super interesting for me to get into it. And even then, I'm like on the fence about it.
I need my historical stuff to have a lot of violence. Yeah, like Game of Thrones for sure. Got some good incest for you, Dice. Got some good people roasting alive from the dragons.
Fucking listen, the Drago, Kyle, it looks so good.
What?
Khal Drogo.
Oh God, that is a man.
Was it like Jason Momoa?
That's he. Was it Jason Momoa?
I don't know. It's that kind of archetype, I guess.
Yeah, I love me some Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
Nikki's been very
Jason
horny the last
Momoa. No, I haven't. It's because the music I'm making, huh?
But that's how I like my anime, Bert. So I mean, I understand when you say you need it very like I can do like a little casual anime every now and then, but like, you know,
You
sometimes
need your anime to have incest.
let me think about that. There's only really one anime that I've seen that kind of dived into that weird brother-sister thing. But I typically stay away from those like horny animes.
Which there are a lot of, right?
Yeah, because once you go down that rabbit hole, it's infinite.
I just saw a clip where people were like, "What the fuck's going on?" It was like a clip on the Facebook Reels of some anime where the dudes are facing off. One of them's like fat, 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 and then shoots all these fucking sperms at the guy who's like doing backflips to like avoid his cum.
I saw that the other day, and I was gonna send it to you, but I'm like, nah, he'll think I'm weird.
Yeah, I almost sent it to you because I was like, "Oh, this is probably what Dice is into."
Nah, but that's what I'm saying is like once you go down that rabbit hole, it's like infinite. Like I would never imagine that's in an anime, but of course it is. You know, like let's have a come off.
Yeah.
There's an anime where like they control these robots by like I don't know sitting on the backs of these girls and like fondling their like it's just weird. It just gets weird. Like not even like entertaining weird. It's just like okay, who thinks of this weird?
Sounds like some Rick and Morty shit.
Oh, Rick and Morty's dope. Fucking jerking
Nikki.
off.
Yeah.
Question for you from the chat.
God.
Fuck, marry, kill. Baby Shay, D-Bird, and Dice.
Good question.
I don't want to choose. I mean, we know one answer.
Nikki, I will say this again because you're my friend. You don't have to succumb to peer pressure.
I don't have to answer this.
Yes.
You don't have to succumb to peer pressure.
I don't know.
Oh.
I think that I'd probably fuck Dice, marry the Ebert, and kill Shay.
Why would you kill the new person? We need the viewers.
I think me and Deaver would just have a blast. I mean, Dice would too. That's what makes it really hard. I could see it both ways, because I could totally
I'd be
see
a
it
better
being
partner
like,
to
you're like, don't change your mind now. Dice is like, this makes me sad.
I'm moving on to the next question. I'm tapped out.
Are you mad? Are you mad, bro?
you.
Am I mad? No, I wasn't even paying attention.
No,
Should I be mad? What did you say about me? Hold on.
nothing. Nothing.
She said she would kill you, fuck your corpse,
No.
and then marry me afterwards to get away with it.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Because I know the black population will be outraged that Caucasian women savaged my corpse and got away with it because she'll only get off on probation and then she'll live a happy life. And
Maybe I just touch your dick as a dildo.
Jesus Christ, Nikki.
What? My brain is weird. I'm sorry.
If you marry Dice first, then kill him, then fuck him, then you can take in those,
I don't like where this
marriage
conversation
monies.
is going.
You
I
can
don't
get
like
some
this
of
at all.
those, death certificate insurance monies.
No, I'm worth too much dead for me to be agreeable to this.
Oh, now you planted the seed, man.
I'm objecting to this. I refuse.
Ooh.
No, I need Rogue Jepson
You see
to fuck,
Liv's
marry, kill
answer
me,
there.
Dice, and Shafe as well. You're
Hold
part
on,
of it, buddy.
Now that you brought this up, so
Peach
we
is
had,
what's your answer? I see
No.
Liv's.
now that we brought this up, Peaches, Vulgar, Nikki, would y'all clone a dick? Is that a thing that y'all would?
Yeah, that's a
consider?
thing. That's a thing. Like you can do it right now. You can also clone your vagina.
I
Well,
know
not really. You just make it like the opening of like a fleshlight.
Well, there's porn stars
It's
that
just
you
like a
there's porn stars that sell
Yeah,
molds of their vaginas. Like
you can mold. You can get a mold of someone's dick. I totally take someone's molded dick. Like if you want to, like,
I don't want your moldy dick.
not like that. I'm just saying, like, I mean, that'd be a cool gift.
Hold on, a cool gift from who? From the guy?
I don't
or-
know if I had like a significant other that I didn't get to see.
Okay, I
think
got
it's
you.
popular in like army wives where they're
Yeah, like I
kind
would
of
want that dick.
a little stuck up, but they're like, I love my husband. I just want him around.
Ooh, me and Pete just had the same answer. Liv chose opposite. What would you guys do between the Joe Jam? Fuck, Killer Mary, me, Liv, Peach, or me. Sorry, Vulgar Peaches. Really bad with that.
Hard to say.
It's hard, isn't it? It's fucking hard. Y'all can kill me. It's good.
I refuse to answer.
I feel like I would marry Nikki because we're basically the same. I would fuck Liv because she thinks we're opposites, and I would fuck her into thinking we're the same. And I would kill Peaches when she says good boy to me in a scenario that I don't like. I'd be like, fuck you, boom, and I'd hit her actually, no. I take that back. It was like a fun joke until it wasn't, so I take it back.
So actually, if we think about the factors in it, I mean, the Joe Jam is like 3 top tier bitches. Like, you guys didn't give me 3 top tier people that I actually know. Like, obviously, I don't really know this person in the chat that well.
Look at
So
the ego
I'm
on
obviously not. I'm just saying, I'm obviously not going to choose to marry
Wow,
or
you hear
fuck
that, baby
him.
Shape? She said you're not top tier.
I'm just saying,
Ooh.
I don't know him, so I don't know if he is. But I'm just saying that I know you guys, so obviously I'm going to pick you guys not to kill. So it shouldn't be fuck, marry, kill.
I mean,
It should
the
be like
stakes are a
fuck,
little
marry,
harder when you have to kill
fuck,
somebody that
marry,
you know.
friend, I guess. Yeah, but I didn't
But
have the
I
stakes
also
that
think
high.
it's so the beauty of me is I can literally make an answer and then justify it for every one of those things. And I fucking love it. I love it because anytime I
marry,
can say
friend.
any choices and still justify it. But I'm curious what Dice says.
Me too.
This is difficult.
It's very difficult.
Fucking the giddies are coming out of
I'm
you.
sorry.
For those of you that don't know, Nikki was officially diagnosed
Yeah.
with giddiness by a doctor.
It was dizziness and giddiness.
I didn't know that actually.
She showed us the fucking printout.
I gotta go get my blood drawn.
She took a picture of it's literally
I
listed
get
on
my
there.
head
Giddiness. Fucking insane. All right. Damn, I gotta kill one of you.
You can kill me. It's good. I'll come back even better.
I'll kill Nikki, just because I feel
I'll
like
make it easy for you.
even though I'm super patient, at some point she would drive me fucking crazy when I'm like, she's like, I'm going to the store, and then she gets lost on the fucking way, and then I gotta wait another hour for her to figure out where the fuck she is and how to get back. And then she calls me and she sends me a long voicemail about it, a long text about it. Like literally, I was searching for something in my chat with Nikki, and I had to fucking scroll up forever. And I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, just get to the point. So I'd kill Nikki just because I love her, but it's too much. Can't take it.
If your life be a little easier, but it'd be a little less colorful and vibrant too.
What does that mean? You're dead. You're gone. You're moving.
You're gone.
All right.
Sad.
So then I'm left with Peaches and Vulgar. So I'd have to say I fuck Peaches because I feel like she thinks she's in charge. So it's only got to be a one-time deal. I can't let her run me around and drive me fucking crazy because she'll tell me what to do all the fucking time. And then I'll be like, damn, I'm just a bitch and I'm her bitch and I can't do anything about it because she's super cool. And then I'd marry Vulgar because then you can have relations with her the whole entirety of the marriage. So logic there.
Well, now, this isn't 1982, right?
Yes, it is. It's 1982 in my head.
The right to say no, even in marriage.
She said it's never a one-time thing. Bad luck, Chuck. She's gonna mess
Well,
around
hey,
and
I
look
mean,
like this.
I guess it can't be a one-time thing. It's just a word.
Ooh.
Just a word.
Oh yeah, loose logic. Fuck, marry, kill. Nikki, D-Bird, and Pair-A-Dyce.
You don't have to.
You have to.
Peaches asked, "Do you rather be dominant or submissive in the bedroom?"
Dominant.
That you would rather be what?
Dominant or submissive?
You like to be dominant, D-Bird?
Yeah, I mean, I think that some scenarios call for it more than others, but yeah, for sure.
I'm lazy, so I'm lazy, so I'm submissive.
I think that it depends, but like I don't want to. I want to please,
Nikki,
but
you've eaten ass. You're definitely submissive.
I want to please, but I also like to please. But I also like to make sure I get pleased. So I like to tell you exactly what I want.
Thoughts on butt chugs then?
I mean, like, there's money on it.
What?
I don't know.
What?
If there's money on it?
No, I would not butt chug.
Okay.
All right.
You know what I find interesting is like the people that are super high power, super dominant, like day to day, like the super high execs that are making a shit ton of money, that, you know, release steam by being super submissive, walk around in the gimp suit and, you know,
or like get tied up and like, yeah.
I have a theory that it's like, whatever you do day to day, you kind of like do the opposite on your off time. It's like, you know, if I make pizza for a living, I don't want to eat pizza when I get home. So it's kind of the same thing. It's like all these high powered people are super fucking, you know, like spit in my mouth and piss in my face.
Like I would tell people what to do all day. I want to be told what to do. Yeah.
Totally. Those are the guys that like pay cam girls to like make fun of my dick. Yeah.
Bird, would you ever be a cam boy?
No interest.
You wouldn't sit on a webcam and then fondle your balls and stroke your junk for girls?
No, 100% not. Would you?
Yes.
Nah.
When you got the OnlyFans.
Mm.
I was thinking about it like maybe there was like a certain amount of money that would make it feasible, but then at the end of the day, nah, it's too much work. I don't like being on camera to begin with. This is a chore for me to be here.
Mm.
Bro, think of the social media, right? Like my TikTok, I haven't updated in a year. Like we have to do like 3 videos a day of like
Right.
my OnlyFans, you know?
Yeah. Like I gotta make like little 30-second
If
clips.
that was your only job, though.
No, it's too much.
It's still a job.
Because the thing is,
Yeah,
it's not like a job where you can just say at some point I clock out. Like you always have to be on at some point to generate the next wave of content. It's too much.
Yeah, agreed. I'm way too lazy for that shit.
I think we've probably talked about this before, but
Hmm.
Rogue asked, "Who are y'all's celebrity crushes?"
I mean, easy one for me is Aubrey Plaza off the bat. Faux show.
Mm.
Anna de Armas, another kind of layup.
It's okay. Two's good. We can deal with that.
Love me.
Yeah,
some,
I mean, I'm just pausing to let you guys go as I think.
Love me some Jason Momoa. I used to love John Travolta.
Fucking John Travolta.
I know.
That's a weird one.
It's the
fuck?
jaw. It's the jaw. Grease. I fucking loved Grease. I loved Grease. I
I've
also
never-
loved living near John and Grease.
I would have never imagined somebody would look at Grease and just get horny.
I fucking love Grease.
Bet you do.
It's a story. Ryan Reynolds pretty hot. Chris
That's
Pratt.
better.
Love me
why
some
don't-
Chris Pratt.
Nikki, I'll tell you what. I'll give you some friendly dice advice. The next time somebody asks your celebrity
Don't
crush,
say John Travolta anymore.
skip
Yeah.
John Travolta and go straight to Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
I said Jason Momoa. I love.
I know
Jason
Jason Momoa. Skip John Travolta. Ryan Reynolds,
Okay.
For
please.
sure.
Okay.
Definitely Topanga from Boy Meets World.
Interesting.
Ooh.
She looks like a fucking alien. But I'm not here to judge. What am I doing?
Judge. I'm not here to judge.
Zoe Deschanel. I fucking love me some Zoe Deschanel.
Hillary from
Zoe.
Fucking
Hillary
love
from
Zoe.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Word.
I love a nice airhead.
Tom Hiddleston.
Who?
I
January
don't know who that
Jones.
is. I'm reading that.
Aubrey Plaza.
Aubrey Plaza, yeah, for sure.
Oh, Julia Dreyfus. Elaine
Oh.
from Seinfeld.
Interesting. Okay. She is like a billionaire.
I
If
mean,
you're into that sort of thing.
she's like a quirky hot.
Yeah.
She was the
Zoe-
vice president, for God's sakes. Veep.
Yeah. Zoe Deschanel, like in the New Girl, she is nothing but quirky and kind of annoying. But I bet in real life she's like just such a normal person. Just like a typical hot girl. Yeah.
Do
What's
I
the
watch
typical
anime
hot girl?
porn? No, I do not watch anime porn.
I don't get it. It's like, oh, I want to see Fred Flintstone fuck Wilma. Like, who cares? Weird. You know?
Somebody who thinks Fred or Wilma is hot. Betty was actually hotter than Wilma. If we want
Betty was the looker for sure.
yeah, Betty. If I was Fred, I would murder Barney and Wilma, and then take over both families.
There you go. You know, they did that a lot back in the 60s when the Flintstones started. You could just like walk down the street, start a whole nother family, and no one had any way of knowing.
This was a thing. Damn, I wish I was born back then.
Also of note, my best friend's sister has a side gig as like an illustrator, and she did hentai porn for the blind. And it was specifically like an octopus that would like fuck people with its like, 8 arms, and like somehow she would make braille out of it. So that's a thing. In case you didn't know, blind porn is a thing.
That's wild.
Yeah,
Everybody's got to get off somehow, right?
Yeah.
I guess. I almost think like, okay, instead of rubbing your fingers over the bumps, don't you want to just grab like a boobies or a PP, like whatever you're into, you could just have that thing.
Like a mold of a dick.
Yeah, like a mold of a dick. Can't you just grapple onto that? Is that
Maybe
better
that's
than the bumps?
Maybe that's the next level up. I mean,
I
some
think
people,
it's called like clonocock or something.
some people read those like sex novels and get off. So I don't know. Maybe it's like the same. Just reading it to be horny.
Vulgar reads smut.
Really?
Yes. We both did.
Question: do you think it's ethical to do a live performance with a very small child in your hands?
It's called Clone a Willy. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Says the person without child.
I mean, okay, my instant reaction is yeah, duh, but I guess like when you're on stage, the performers need earplugs. Like, does this baby have earplugs? Is it too loud up there? Is there a chance to drop it? I guess ultimately I don't care, so I wouldn't be mad at it.
Nikki, would you do a live performance with a child in your arms?
Probably not, unless it was safe. And if it was like, it'd be different if it was like an acoustic set or something, but then that would be hard to do. Maybe like slanged around your back.
I need some context here.
Like
just Central C and
yeah, I need more context as well.
Dave at Glastonbury. Yeah, I didn't see it. I mean, I guess I would be a little annoyed as like a concert goer. I'd be like, come on, man, leave the fucking baby at home so you can give me the best performance, jump around, do whatever. Feels like you'd have to like, kind of pare it back a little bit.
So I did a quick little Google search. The kid has on some protective ear things, and he's kind of just walking around and holding the kid and performing. So he's not jumping up and down and tossing the kid to do some crowd surfing or anything like that. So nothing super extreme. I'll put it like this. Sometimes you can be put in a position where are you going to put that kid, right? And who do you trust with that kid?
Yeah.
And if you're like Nikki was saying, if you're not in a situation where you're like, hey, I'm going to crowd surf with my kid strapped to me and shit like that, then it's also a memory for the kid to be like, damn, I was on stage with my dad and there was 100,000 people cheering for him. So I don't think it's necessarily a taboo. You shouldn't do that. But, like Bird said, I mean, kids got on protective ear things. It seems like some proper precautions were taken, and it doesn't look like it was the whole performance. So, I mean, it's an experience. What if this guy never gets on the stage again in his life? It's a one-time thing. I don't know who this fucker is, though, so I don't care.
I just redeemed D-Bird roast me, so that means you guys have to roast me now.
D-Bird, you look like the average white person on the Guess Who game.
It's a good one. It was a good one. It is fun to like on the very first Guess Who, you're like, is he black? And then it's like, if it's a yes, then you're like, boom, okay, I'm crushing.
Does he look like the common Caucasian man? Yes. No towels flipped down.
So one really awesome game that my ex actually introduced me to was Guess Who, but you can't like use very obvious descriptors. You have to kind of be creative with it of like, does this person look like they got a college degree? Or like, does this person look like they'd steal your fancy silverware, right? And it's just like,
let's play this game.
Have multiple girlfriends.
Baby Shay, are you still in the chat? Where are you at?
I think he ran.
He ran. Y'all
When I
chased him off.
decided- I killed him.
What?
Remember in
Shay.
the fuck, marry, kill? Well, I
Say
probably
it
should
ain't
not
so.
say that.
I think he left once Nikki said she wasn't going to marry or fuck him. He's like, well,
Yeah.
I'm not. No reason to be here
Or
anymore.
when I brought up having a neon wedding.
Maybe he's busy because he's fondling his balls and jacking off at the same time.
Could be.
Then he can't type in reply. Who else is new here? Well, Ray. I don't know if Ray knows anything about us. Ray, do we look like we have college degrees? Who amongst us looks like they have a college degree, Ray? Rogue, question for you too. Same question. Out of me, Nikki, and Bird, who looks like they have a college degree? Simple question. While they answer that, let me find whatever else debauchery was told.
I like this game. Out of the three of us, who do you think is most likely to cheat?
Ooh.
Cheat at what?
Whatever. I just like to see what people think of us.
Bird is the most likely to cheat.
Wow,
seems to be
everyone's saying me? Okay. Wow, it
Because
must
they
be
think you're a party guy.
must
It's
be
the
fucking,
fun guy image.
It's the teal bro tank. It must be.
It's got to be that. Definitely a dead giveaway for poor behavior and antics.
And the fucking white collar rhymes everything isn't. The fucking
That means
shirt, beanie, water bottle.
it's loyalty, baby. I support the brand.
Okay.
You just support yourself.
Well, yeah, fuck me, I guess. I do
Yeah.
need to, I don't know if I told you this, but I do need to restock on my white collar rhymes hats because I had just landed after a 9-hour flight. I got up from my seat. I look back. I'm only like 5 rows behind, like past where I was sitting, and realized that, oh, I left my fucking hat in the chair, and there's thousands of people behind me just waiting to get the fuck off this airplane. Left it on the plane.
What?
Yeah.
Well, some lucky soul out there is now white collared up.
Yeah.
Hey, spreading the good word.
What other most likelies could we do between the three of us?
Which one of us is most likely to complain about their food order?
That's a good one. I think I have an answer, but I'm curious to see what chat thinks first.
Nikki out the gate. I missed one of your questions. Which one did I miss? God damn, y'all talk so fucking much. Chatty patties today.
Chatty
I like it.
Hold on, let me find it. I would complain. Okay.
Well, I can tell you.
I think we all got a vote here.
I can tell you, I think I complained the most.
Yeah, I would say my vote's Nikki. You could spit in my fucking food and I'd be like, okay, 18% tip then. I will go along with anything because I used to work in the service industry. I pretty much just eat what's put in front of me.
I did too, but I hold the service industry to the standard of myself, what I did for people. That's my flaw, holding other people to my standards.
I mean, depending on what the person serving my food looks like, if you spit in my food, it might be kind of hot.
What if I spit in your food?
Ooh.
Don't tempt me.
Yeah, we're on camera right now. I can't burst through my pants.
Don't make me do 2 hands right now.
Oh, the old 2-hander.
You gotta juggle?
Okay, Rogue asks, what is the male equivalent of boobs versus ass? Is it height versus dick size? I guess this is a question for the Joe Jam.
Facts, peaches. Wait, what's the question?
What is the male equivalent? Well, I guess the female equivalent. So men would be like boobs versus ass. What is the female thing? Is it height versus dick, or what? What is it? Which seems a little bit extreme.
Looks versus length.
Geez, just go straight to the penis, huh?
I mean, I don't know. Like, what else? Boobs and ass is very shallow. So,
But you can see
Shallow,
that
you can do like muscles, or
you
I
can
don't
see
know.
that through the clothes. You don't have to
if
be
you don't
naked.
have the looks, like, hopefully you got a good, like, if it's shallow, hopefully it's a good dick, I guess, right?
That's always what my friend back home says. Like, well, not to give you a peek into our private conversations, but since you brought it up, yeah, I'm a little petty. And there's this girl that, you know, at one point we were kind of talking. She's with this other guy who is the god awful ugliest motherfucker I've ever seen in my life. And like, I don't care at all. Like, you know, she found a baby daddy, like somebody who can take care of her kid, whatever, stable, not going to cheat on her. But damn, is he fucking ugly. Like a horror movie level ugly. So I sent a picture to my buddy and just said, what the fuck is this? And he responded back, he must have a 13-incher. So with that context, I'm like, I don't know if girls are like, well, he's fucking ugly, but he has a 13-inch dick.
They are.
Are they?
They are.
Really?
If they get a good fuck and that's all that they need to keep them happy, they are.
So you're saying it can be like,
girls
he's
will be
fucking
with
gross,
someone
but he has
butt
a
ass
huge dick.
ugly and gross, but if he fucks her right, then she'll be in love forever.
Interesting. Okay.
So you're saying there's hope for me?
Do you fuck right? I'm just saying, like, I mean, like, and it's also personality is a factor in that too. But if his personality sucks and he's ugly as fuck, then he's got a big dick and he fucks right. I'm sorry. There's just what else? I guess for kids, yeah, money. I guess for kids, like if they will take care of your kids and be there for your kids, like a dad, like that's a big thing if you have kids.
I just feel like in
There's
my
different
mind, my
variables.
interpretation was like, oh, this is like the ugliest motherfucker, but yeah, he'll play dad and like play house with you, and you know he's not going to go anywhere. So you're like, at least there's a stable man in the house.
You're gonna let an ugly dude even come close to your vagina.
Were you offended when you saw this other individual who took your place?
There was a time where I might have been. I'll just say I feel like more amusing than anything.
After getting to know you, I feel like I can reenact your response the moment that you saw this picture.
Go ahead.
You open up phone, look at it. Really?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, this fucking guy? 100%. I thought you were going to say it word for word. This fucking guy? Yeah.
This fucking
like,
guy? Really? I know you led off with a very strong really.
Yeah.
And then you kind of look around in disbelief, like, is there somebody else here that I can share? So that's when you ended up texting your friend, like, I got to show somebody because there's nobody here to understand the level of frustration that I'm experiencing right now.
Well, it's not even frustration. It's just like confusion. And that's where, like most have a 13-inch dong. I'm like,
I mean, like, I don't want a 13-inch dick. Like,
Nikey,
that
why are you letting ugly people near your vagina?
I don't let ugly people. I don't let people near my vagina. Period.
Hands up.
Period.
Have you ever seen Robin Hood Men in Tights?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't you get one of those ironclad underwear?
Oh yeah, the chastity belt thing.
Yeah. Didn't they pull out like a jackhammer at one point? The French
trying to get it off. Yeah.
That movie was hilarious. Shout out Dave Chappelle. What's the most down bad you have ever been? Damn, went from horny to depressing. Tell me about your depressing soul.
I mean,
what do you mean by down
like
bad?
Down bad.
Yeah, what does that mean? Is that like lack of a sexual partner?
Yeah, what do you
lack of sex, lack of money, lack of livings, lack
depressing.
Of right, just will. Like there's a lot of down bad different circumstances. I almost said circumferences.
Look at these women putting limits on penises. I don't want a 13-inch dick. 7 or 8 for me. How
Can't be
dare you?
together.
I don't think I could handle that.
Kidding.
I don't think I could.
Basically, me 24/7. Well, you got my answer. Down bad 24/7.
What's the real answer, Dice?
What Rogue said.
So you just aren't open to being vulnerable? Is that what I'm hearing?
Fuck no.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
I mean, why do we even do this podcast if not to share our deepest, darkest secrets?
Yeah.
So that I can ask Nikki probing questions about her life.
I don't know why.
I told you why, Nikki. Don't play coy with me.
Because I'm interesting.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Look at Peaches out there fishing for peen.
I
Next
don't
thing she's
know.
gonna say is like, send pictures. Oh, don't do that, people.
I'm like, I just even to gauge, like I'm really bad at like gauging size too. So I might be like, yeah, that'd be good. And then I see and be like, oh, I can't do that.
I mean, for somebody who gets lost driving from point A to point B, I can understand how you're bad at gauging things.
Distances, lengths.
Fitting.
Yeah, it could be
Or
anywhere
not.
between 3 inches or 13. Who's to say?
It was somewhere.
Nikki, have you ever measured one?
Have I ever measured a dick?
Seems like that would be something you'd remember.
I'm trying to think. Like it might have been something. I mean, when you're with somebody for a long time, you do everything. So I'm sure that we had before, like probably from I feel like I specifically remember like making sure that it was from the base. Like I feel like I have measured dick before.
Were you
Probably like 8 years
were you pleased
ago.
with the outcome?
I mean, like it wasn't like for an outcome. It was just like, well, that's what we thought. I think that it was because isn't your dick
Wait,
size?
whoa.
Isn't your dick size supposed to be like this length between your pinky and your thumb? I
Are you
think that's
saying
what we were
you-
trying to figure that out. If that was
No.
like a lie or not. I thought that was a thing that you're from the tip of your pinky to your thumb is your dick size.
No. What? No.
I don't know. Measure your dick and go measure your hand and let me know. Let us know in the comments.
Are you saying that you just did a casual dick measurement for somebody?
Yeah, well, I think,
What a friend you are.
yeah.
I need more friends like Nikki.
It's more of like a Mythbusters. I think that I'd have like a decent sized dick if I had one. If this is true. I thought that was true as well. See? Wasn't the only one.
Who said that was true?
Happy soul.
All right.
You got a big dick. Big Dick Cheney over here.
The more that Peaches talks, the more I learn.
Isn't that how it is with everybody in the Joe Jam?
That seems to be very consistent amongst you all. I need more friends like Nikki. Hey,
Don't
come over and
worry.
measure my junk real quick. See if it's as big as we thought it was.
I just like, I really think that that's a thing. Like, how big is my phone?
Look at the women out here judging. Oh, measure from the back to make it look bigger. Where are you supposed to measure from?
Measure from the back.
I don't
What?
know. How
The
wide?
length
Rogue,
of
what is
your
with your
wrist to
questions,
your-
man?
of your wrist to your elbow in the forearm is the size of your foot.
The length of the wrist to your elbow and the forearm is the size of your foot. No, it's not. It's a
Yes,
fucking
it
lie.
is.
My foot is not this fucking big.
I
promise you
know.
that.
Put your foot up. Show us what
Hey.
you're working with.
That is a
Hey.
fucking. I did the same thing. I was like, "There's no fucking way, bro."
It fits. It's as long as mine.
I think that might be specific to the female anatomy. I don't think it applies to the male anatomy.
Yeah, that's wild.
I mean,
Also-
I wear a size 13, but this is like
Ooh, a size
this is-
13. You got big
this is like-
socks.
yeah. This is by like a size 17 if I had to guess.
Measure it. Well, who has a measuring tape?
I don't have a foot measuring thing.
This is the wildest podcast we've done.
But if you measure it in inches, like you'll still know if the feet are the same inches. You got a ruler? Show me your
It's in
foot
the
ruler.
It's in the garage. Hold on.
I almost bought like a meter.
I feel like this is a trick to get us to put our feet on cam. You want to see some fucking feet, bro? Want that feet shot?
I just put my foot on camera. I didn't even have a pedicure since before Texas.
Oh shit!
I don't know how long this is.
Uh,
I'm gonna take measures in the garage.
yeah,
Do what?
put it up to your elbow. Put it up to your forearm. See if it fits.
Hold on. Yeah, there's no way.
Look at it's moving.
It's
You were way
totally
too far
not.
down. You guys
Who?
are too far down. It's from like right here to right here.
That's where the fuck I was.
You're
Look,
No,
fucking
your
crazy,
foot was
bro.
down here. Yeah, look
No.
at it. It is nice.
No, it's
there's like
not.
this much at the bottom.
Yeah, no, that's fucking wild. Yeah, we don't do yoga.
I don't either.
Yeah, all these girls are like, yeah, did you know like the way to measure your dick size is to bend over in front of
How
the
do
mirror
y'all-
and take your shirt
No,
off?
you guys have to tell me later. This is for scientific research. The men that are listening, if you do like, just let me know if that holds true. Just hold that to your dick, like later tonight. You're laying down in bed. Just see if it's the same size, and just
So you're
give
saying
me a-
from here to
just
here?
give me a giggle. No, from here to here.
No, I'm talking to a
That's
Peasel. He's
your
saying from like the base of the here to here.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see that. I was thinking you guys are talking about like the whole length of the
like
arm.
this. What do you
Okay.
mean?
Then I'll agree.
Wait, right where?
Oh yeah, look at those guns. You've been working out, Bird.
Huh?
It's being a dick.
You guys got some guns.
I'm just trying to upstage Bird.
Mm.
I don't want to be
Always.
outdone.
Fucking always is.
Take my shirt off next.
Do it. Show me your abs.
You want to see?
No.
I don't do that.
Save it for the OnlyFans.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I'll eat some noodles shirtless.
Eat them off of your chest. Slurp them
That's
in like this. Oh. Let them slide down right in your mouth. Upside down. Long ass back. Why are you guys talking about backs? Ew.
Well, this is officially gone off the rails. I've got a buddy who's waiting for me at a dive bar where we're
Fuck
gonna
that guy.
slam some Coors Lights, maybe eat some
Karaoke?
blue chicken.
Can
blue
we go to
chicken.
karaoke when I come there?
What is
Oh,
blue
we're
chicken?
karaokeing for sure.
Yay!
Blue chicken is salad, blue cheese, and chicken, and it is
Ew.
fucking fire.
I hate blue cheese.
So good.
I'm disgusted.
Well, it's the only way I'll eat healthy is by having it not be healthy at all.
All right, chat. Any other questions for? I
For us
don't know.
before we head out.
Yeah, you've got 5 seconds before we just call it and say, have we not done enough?
Was it me moving the spotlight on the rave? No.
White collar rave.
I know who it
so
was,
glad
but
that I don't do Fridays with you guys.
I know who it was, but I'm not going to out that individual. Recommend a song each from last month. What do you
Like a
mean, from
new
our
song that-
Discord? Or just any song? Shit.
Ooh, I got one. I gotta look it up though. This Dice is gonna give me shit for, but honestly, he should like it. Key Glock chromosomes. I heard it in the gym and I was like, this is dumb as fuck and I love it. Have you heard it?
No, I have not.
It's a vibe. It's he counts, he's very good at counting. He says 1, 2, 3, 4.
So weird. The song I'm putting in here, it goes 1, 2, 3 in it. That's really weird.
It's because you two are
Literally,
fucking twins born at birth.
Typing 1, 2, 3 affirmations.
I'll hit you with a bonus. Ludacris featuring Miguel, Good Lovin'.
I'm gonna have to bow out on this one because I don't know that I've listened to any music outside of the Discord in the last month.
List one of those then.
No, I don't know of any that were new other than the ones that I was actually featured on.
I don't know that these are actually new songs other than just they're new to me within the last week. Check out Aubrey Plaza by D Bird. That shit's fire.
Then Ty Lamb, Be the Wave. That's all I got.
All right.
I guess no more questions. I guess all the horny people have logged off.
Oh, the horny people.
You fucking horn dogs. Hope you enjoyed.
Pardon myself and my family this evening.
Come to the Joe Jam reunion, by the way.
Things got a little saucy.
When's the next reunion?
We don't really do a reunion with us. They have a different reunion than I do.
When's the next gathering of the Joes?
The next Joe Jam. Actually, I don't know. We all do need to want to go back to Sisters of the Moon. So
With the Sisters of the Moon mind a brother showing up under the moon?
I mean, anybody can go. It's a shop.
A random black guy just shows up and hangs out.
We haven't planned anything yet, no, and I don't think we have birthdays coming up specifically, so
it's a shame.
We need to plan something.
Well, let's just say I may or may not come out if you call me a good boy. Reward me afterwards with some
come all the way here for one night with the Joe Jam.
Be a
we'll end up at a hole in the wall bar screaming to the music box playing on the wall. Touch tunes all night.
I'd scream at a box. Anyway, I was trying to see if there was anybody worth rating. I don't really see anybody that doesn't look highly annoying to me.
Fuck them.
I don't know how many people we have in here anyways.
Yeah, it's like most people dropped off.
Okay, well, I guess that's it for our show. Unfortunately, I'm sorry to leave you all, but we'll be back Wednesday for the music review show. And then Friday, they have another music review show. And then next Sunday, we'll be back to do more disturbing. Yeah. So feel free to share some topics that you want us to cover, and we'll go through them just like we did tonight. So until then, peace.
Love y'all.
Later. Peace.
Bye.